Welcome back, everybody, to the Hedonist Podcast. Today's episode is guested by the show's composer, Sam Natchison, aka Makeshift. He's also a very good friend of mine, and we always have great fun together, whether we drink or we stay sober and just chat. As usual, you can follow us on Facebook. Well, like us, more like it, which is facebook.com/The Hedonist Podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter for your daily dose of my personal nonsense of what I find fascinating on there, and sometimes it's not updated for days, weeks even. It all depends on my mood. But you can follow us on Twitter as well, which is twitter.com/The Hedonist Pod. And starting from today and forward, I will start doing an advice session at least once per week as soon as questions start coming in. Probably solo, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes I might have to bring in guests to answer well-formulated questions. Anyway, if you have a question that you've been sitting on, whether it be relationship issues, life issues, family issues, or whatever else it might be, just make certain that you tweet it my way. Mark it with the hashtag The Hedonist with capital T, capital H. You can send a private message on Facebook and on Twitter as well, which is quite fun. I didn't really know that they had that. And what else? Yes, you can also reach through to me on Gmail, which is thehedonistpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, no fucking question is too silly, too serious, too hard, too easy. Just fucking send in whatever the fuck you want. And with that said, I think that it's time we start this fucking episode. Don't you? See you on the other side. Now we're fucking rolling. And just to explain where we just came in from was that Sam just fucking showed me, well, he told me to Google image search actual fucking South Park. Which is a fucking
the actual city, yeah.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys haven't done that, check out the Google image search for
actual South Park.
Yeah, actual South Park.
South Park City.
Yeah, South Park City, and it's the coolest thing about it is the sign outside the city is the font for the name of the show. If you think about the way South Park looks on the TV show, that's actually the font. It's made out of wood. It's a wood cutout on the city.
Hold down your window right away so that we don't have to bother with that later.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, welcome back to the Hedonist.
Hello.
As always, if you take offense by anything that is said, please stick around. Tell us what offended you.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot it at us via tweet, fucking email,
Facebook,
anything. And at least I, if not we, will actually tell you how you can go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Because we are good fucking human beings.
In very detailed MLA format.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sam will write a 5-page article.
5-page. 10-page.
10, okay, individually to each and every one. Making promises that we won't keep ever.
Ever. Well,
no, but shit. So yeah, we decided that we were going to take the. Yeah, by the way, Sam is here again, unless you could tell.
Yep. Hello. Always a pleasure, Fred.
Always a pleasure having you on board.
Yeah, of course.
No, and I mean, I am enjoying my new car.
Yeah. No, he actually picked me up today. As a matter of fact, picked me up from my house.
I had to drive all the way fucking down where he lives, and then I had to drive all the way back up here where we usually record because I'm a fucking jackass, and I didn't want to fucking stay there.
Yeah,
was in a strange fucking nature.
It's so funny because yesterday I cannot find my car anywhere.
That is a bit strange.
I don't know where it went. And my dad called the police, and we have a whole investigation going. But yeah, my car is missing, and it's so funny that you actually have the same make and model. The brand new car you won yesterday.
Yeah, with the exact same fucking damage on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
And the same trash inside as well. Won't you say that I've been effective?
I mean, it is beyond coincidence at this point. I mean, I think God is real. I think God must be real.
God confirmed Hedonist 2015.
Yeah, God confirmed 2015 Hedonist podcast.
Yes, indeed. Yep. So, let's talk about music. Again.
No, we're not talking about music tonight. What are we talking about, Fred?
We are going in on a darker fucking chapter. We're going to look a bit at the world and at least what I consider that the world is fucking run by.
Yes, and where it's headed.
Yes.
Because we, the way this started, my favorite band ever that I've been listening to since God knows how young I was.
Here we get a little music.
Yeah, we actually get a little music. My favorite band ever is Devo. And if you guys don't know Devo, the name...
Check them out.
Yeah, check them out. They're really fucking awesome. They started in the 70s, mid to late 70s, and they went all the way through the 90s. And they stopped, and then very, very recently they put out a new album, which is super cool.
It's really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. But anyway, their whole spiel or shtick is that they believe that Devo stands for de-evolve or de-evolution, and they believe that at a certain point the humans will start to de-evolve and become apes again, because of who knows what.
We won't get the same fur. We won't get back. Plus, we didn't evolve from apes. We share a common ancestor. That's important.
We were a separate genome, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, separate genome, but we are in the class of primates.
Yeah, we are primates.
Yeah, we are primates, but we're not monkeys.
Have you heard about the aquatic monkey theory?
No. Enlighten me.
Apparently, this is, part of my YouTube research.
Yeah, the extensive Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, press around,
sources,
and all of a sudden you find something like, this is on source.
I get most of my sources from BuzzFeed.
Fuck BuzzFeed. We were over this last time, man.
I know. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, anyway.
The sea monkey.
The aquatic monkey theory is basically it's speculated that our ancestors that later became Homo sapiens sapiens were actually living by the water.
Interesting.
The thing is, if you take a toddler, it can be straight out of the fucking womb. You just toss it in the water, it will shut down its breathing and will swim about for a bit.
Yeah.
Before it runs out of air, of course, and then it will fucking die.
Yeah.
Whereas if you take like a chimp baby, which is our closest living relative, and you toss it in the water, it will continue to breathe.
Yeah.
So it will fucking drown directly.
Yeah.
So it's speculated that our ancestors lived by the water, which also explains why we live by the water to the extent.
Yeah, most
that
of our
we do.
cities are ports.
Yeah.
And most of the big ones, at least, are ports.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big fucking, say, Kansas City is.
Well, sure, no, and like Dallas is very big.
But Dallas is explainable.
But I mean, you think about New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, you think about Boston. You think about, I mean, fucking San Francisco.
New York.
New York. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking DC.
Yeah, DC. You know, those are all the biggest cities, and you know, France as well, Paris, very close to the ocean.
London,
fucking
you
UK.
have the fucking Thames.
UK is the fucking island. It's an island on Ireland as well.
The Queen rules Britannia, Britannia rules the wave. Britons never ever shall be slaves. Written right after the Brits fucking conquered the Spanish Armada.
Look at that clipping we just did to the mic.
I know. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could definitely be worse. I've gotten into the habit to adjust the fucking microphone levels whenever I'm with you.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when it comes to the two of us, we project like there is no tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, we as trained theater actors, we are always speaking at a enhanced fuck it. I don't even know where I was going with that.
I can give a Shakespeare class right here, right now. Thing is, find whatever fucking Shakespeare speech you want.
Yep.
I mean, take Hamlet to be or not to be.
All
what
right,
you
done.
need to do is that you need to stand with your legs wide. You need to thrust your pelvis forward, and before you start delivering, you need to start out with a roar. So here's basically how that would be, even though sitting down.
Okay.
It would be,
I'm ready.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
You know what that's going to sound like in the playback?
It actually isn't that bad when it clips with this microphone for some fucking reason.
Well, we have it at a good distance, too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I could fucking hear myself echoing back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's a quad right next to us where there's just walls on every side, so it probably reverberated around a little bit.
Yes.
Anyway, you were talking about the
the fucking extent of how humanity is going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the aquatic ape theories. Check it out. I will just butcher it if I try to explain
drop
it.
a link in the description for the.
I'll try to remember that.
Yeah.
I fucking suck at doing that.
Yeah.
I was fucking doing fucking tags and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tags are whatever. Tags is
how people fucking find.
Well,
you,
sure. I mean, but as far as source, you know, like if people were actually like, oh shit, you know, I want to look up Devo. I want to look up the aquatic monkey
just
theory.
fucking Google it.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably have a device in your pocket that will put you to fucking direct connection to all information that is available online, which is 90% porn and 10% useful shit.
Yep,
and then you have the entire dark web.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yep. We won't go there tonight.
No.
We won't go there.
No.
I don't think we should ever go there.
I don't want to search on the dark web.
I don't know, maybe next Halloween we could do a Darknet themed. Or the X-Files. Boo, 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 boo.
Ooh, that's really beautiful.
Yep.
No, but anyway, fucking Devo, they have this the evolution theory.
Yeah.
Thinking of it, do you think the creators of WALL-E was fucking inspired by Devo?
Oh, well, you know, there was a lot of, during the 60s, 70s, and 80s, there was a lot of sort of radical, I mean, punk rock was really, really alive.
Fucking love punk rock.
Yeah. And
so,
yeah, absolutely. You know, so punk rock and you know, bands like Devo, you know, Depeche Mode had some pretty interesting songs like Personal Jesus. You know, that was a huge scandal when that came out. That was a commentary on like, you know, your own personal Jesus. And it's like it was a huge satire of religion. And those sort of
also cults of personality, but then it's also just nice song lyrics as well.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't listened to that since I played GTA San Andreas.
Was it on that?
Yes.
Was it on that? Oh, cool. Very cool.
It was on the Alternatives channel, together with fucking Rusty Nails by Soundgarden.
And I think Sweet Dreams too,
Rusty
right?
Cage.
Or Rusty Cage, yeah. And then Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, or this?
That was not on the Alternative channel. It might have been on some pop channel. I mostly listened to the fucking grunge channel because they had Soundgarden.
Yeah, Soundgarden is the
nice,
shit. I love Soundgarden. Yeah.
Gonna break my rusty cage and run.
Yeah, I love, I one of my go-tos in karaoke is actually, Black Hole Sun, which is their most popular one. And
yeah, it's good, but it's fucking overused in all of these fucking war game trailers that comes on television.
Well, it's a beautiful song.
Yes, it is, but it's just overused, just like fucking Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, totally.
Yesterday, I was at a fucking bar. I went up to fucking Belmont to see a Christmas concert.
Also, quick side note, down with the sickness and zombie movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, go on.
No, but I went up there, and then we went to a bar after the Christmas concert, and they fucking played Smells Like Teen Spirit there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just fucking was completely blown away because I haven't heard the song in fucking years.
Sure.
And I was like, shit, this is fucking awesome. I get to relive the awesomeness of rediscovering Nirvana right now because I haven't paid them no attentions in ages.
Yeah.
Because just way too much fucking Nirvana at parties back in Sweden. I hung out with a bunch of grunge heads,
Well, sure, that's the best crew to ever be around.
Yeah, until they get, like neo-progressive on you.
Oh,
I have one friend that went completely neo-progressive tard on me.
Yeah.
Oh.
It happens to the best of them.
Yeah, but I mean, this fucking guy, I feel sorry for it. Well, basically, the guy, he was very, very overweight growing up.
Mm-hmm.
When I met him, he was morbidly fucking obese.
Mm-hmm.
A few years later, he was fucking around on different fucking, the equivalency of community colleges in Sweden that doesn't give you university grades, but it's a long story.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets a gastric bypass, he loses weight, he starts looking like this fucking sparkly twat from Twilight. Edward.
Edward Cullen, yeah.
He actually fucking looks like him.
That's
like him.
Well, I mean, good for him.
Yeah.
Fucking
Robert
Pattinson's a good-looking man.
This fucking dude. First, he gets together with one, slightly chick.
Yeah.
And most people will know what that means. I don't feel the need to specify. He was miserable as shit with this fucking lady. He fucking completely turned off his emotional spectrum. Mm-hmm. He didn't get excited for shit.
Yeah.
All of the things that we used to do where he would, like break down laughing. It was just like, ha. And then he would continue staring with just this fucking empty stare.
Dead eyes, yeah.
And, along the way, he called me one evening and he was really fucking excited because his girlfriend had suggested that they had a threesome with her best friend. So they had a fucking threesome, and the day after I meet with him, and he's like, dude, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with me. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I don't feel anything anymore. I was like, how do you mean? He was like, yeah, I had a fucking threesome yesterday. Which is every fucking guy's dream.
Sure.
With 2 girls.
Yeah.
The only thing better than that is a fucking foursome with 3 girls.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can make it better.
Yeah. Or a fivesome with 4 girls. Just as long as you add another girl, it'll get better. But in the realm of reality, the threesome is the goal. Yeah.
But we were out walking. He was following me like halfway home.
Mm-hmm.
I live with my mother.
Right.
And
this is back in Sweden?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you happy? And he was like, how do you mean? I was like, dude, all that you fucking done is argue with your girlfriend and you don't seem happy whatsoever. Yeah. Are you happy? And he was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, okay, here's what you need to do. Think about it, come to the conclusion for yourself. You don't need to tell me the fucking answer. Yeah. But if you need to, I'm always here.
Yeah.
He fucking dumped his girlfriend. And he called me up and he was like, everything is better. We broke up. I feel I start feeling shit again.
It's so funny how that it works like that. And for women too.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of my female friends are just like, you know, there was this one girl who I'm not going to name.
Yeah, but I need to finish this because
yeah. Anyway, my point is it works both ways. There's a lot of fucking retarded ass dudes out there that are just like totally abusive and awful, and it's like, what are you doing with that guy? And then sometimes that's all it takes. Just saying, what are you doing with that guy? And the girl's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
let me call him up and break up with this guy's ass. Yeah. Anyway,
but you know,
go on.
fucking 2 days later, I pop by his fucking flat, and his ex's best friend is there.
Okay.
And I just stop in the doorway. She has, you know, tangled hair. The bed looks fucked up, and it is this smell in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I just gotta go and get some smokes. When I came back, she had gone, and he was sitting on the bed, and he was looking at me, guilty fucking. He was like a guilty dog.
How long after the breakup was this moment?
2 days.
2 days. Oh, what a dog.
No, so basically,
what a dog.
yeah. I sit down and I go like, dude, what? You just broke up with this girl, and he was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And you're banging her best friend. And he was like, yeah,
I know. Just tail between his legs.
And I could see in his face that there was something more. I'm like, there's something I'm missing here. And he's like, yep. And I'm like, are you guys already dating? And he's like, yep.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
I mean, more power to him.
Yeah.
Was she hotter than his ex?
She was larger. But she was definitely hotter.
Okay.
But she was still huge. I mean, I had a couple of drunk spells where I tried getting with her, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it was small town. You hang out with a limited amount of people.
Sure. What town did you live in Sweden?
I'm not gonna mention that.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just because if I do. I mean, my friends at home that are listening to this, they're going like, it's this town.
Yeah.
If anyone connected to this listens to it, you know, connected to this fucking guy and this fucking girl, they'll be like, I'm probably misremembering a couple of things as well. But anyway, jump ahead a couple of months, you know. They've had the big reveal. They told another, you know, friend that we had in the group, can you tell her?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I'd love to. She was also a bit, she was a complete fucking sadist when it came to those things.
Oh, sure.
She was like, yeah, of course I want to fucking tell it. I want to see the reaction.
Yeah, I want to see it, yeah.
So she fucking told her. His ex, whereas his ex, she fucking took all of her school books, you know, his new girlfriend, her fucking hats.
Yeah.
Fucking cooked her hat in the oven. She burned the fucking books out in the yard in the fucking barbecue while filming her dancing around it like, you know, native fucking rain dance. Laughing fucking hysterically.
That's so funny.
You know, typical female shit.
Yeah.
Female shit.
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised at the shit that men do for breakups, man. You seem like...
of course.
Oh, man.
I'm not saying anything about men.
No, sure.
But I mean, a man wouldn't burn it. A man wouldn't break shit that belongs to the girl, because in that case he would have a fucking cop on his back fucking breaking his arms. That's the big difference.
But he would go to a bar, get smashed, and beat up a stranger.
Yes, definitely. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
But anyway, they move in together. Him and, you know, the third part of the threesome. They move in together. And this is where I start noticing that something is fucking off about this girl.
Yeah.
And, you know, she gradually phases out all of his things. He's gotten a big insurance payout because of a medical condition that he had.
Okay.
He bought himself, you know, equipment to build himself a home studio. He was such a fucking talented singer-songwriter.
Cool.
Really fucking talented.
Cool.
So he bought himself a nice studio mic, he bought himself a new PC, he bought some fucking isolating walls, and he was like, yeah, I can use this space right upstairs, by the stairs, right outside the fucking bedroom. And her face, when he suggested it, was just like, fuck no. But she smiled and she was like, yeah, of course, I'm not using that anyway. And I'm like, dude, she's gonna fucking kick your shit out of there.
Yeah.
They're gonna go out in the fucking storage unit. and you're not gonna have that space because she needs to put some fucking pot plants there.
Yeah.
You know, like some fucking flowers, the fucking potpourri of shit. And of course, this fucking happens.
Yeah.
They have, you know, a polyamorous relationship. On paper, he's like, yeah, I'm fucking cool if she uses that because she was married with another fucking guy at the time.
What?
She was married to another fucking guy at the fucking time.
Wait, so okay, hold on. Let me backtrack.
And they had a polyamorous fucking marriage.
Oh my god.
So they were allowed to have boyfriends and girlfriends outside of their relationship as long as they practice safe sex and put the other one first, you know, whenever they were in need.
Yeah.
And, you know, whenever my friend, he was like, yeah, I fully fucking respect it because that means that I get to hit on girls as well.
Yeah.
Which he used that.
Yeah.
And he was always honest about it. He was like, yeah, I met this girl, I flirted with her, she gave me her number, and this was always at parties at their fucking place. And, you know, she would be like, after a while, during the evening, after he'd told about it, you know, we could be coming home from the pub after just running down to meet some old friend or some shit.
Sure.
And he had flirted, and he would always tell her. You know, like fucking 10 minutes after, she was like, yeah, I need to talk to you. And he was like, okay, just fucking speak. She was like, no, let's go outside. And they would disappear. Fucking 20 minutes later, you got to have a fucking cigarette. And down the fucking hill from where she lived, about, you know, at least fucking 200 feet.
Yeah.
At least fucking 200 feet.
From the pub?
No, from where their apartment.
Oh, I see.
They were down by the fucking river in this town.
Yeah.
You could just hear them yelling at each other. You could hear her going, well, that doesn't mean that you get to know. Like, but that's seriously, you told me that it was okay, and I just fucking did what you told.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck? So I started questioning this to him. You know, I was nice about it. I didn't come out right and say, dude, you're dating a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking keep this under watch. She's already faced you out there. She's already facing you out here. Mm-hmm. And now she's trying to take this away from you, even though she's fucking married.
Yeah.
To another fucking guy. And you know, then he started another fucking school. And he met this girl that he started fucking.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
He used his right. She fucking flipped this fuck out, his girlfriend. And he was like, you know what, I don't need this shit, it's over.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, fucking yes. So he moved to the fucking campus, the fucking dormitories there.
Yeah.
And I came and visited, you know. I'd gone to the same school, the fucking theatre program there.
Yeah.
And I spoke with a bunch of people, you know, regular party shit that you do at like a college level kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I met this girl. She was also large. I think he has a thing for fat ladies.
Okay.
But
nothing wrong with that.
No, definitely not. I mean, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. More honor to you, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, she was hotter than the one that he had just dumped, and I was like, dude, why don't you fucking keep this one? She seems like a nice person.
Yeah.
She seems to respect your privacy. She seems to be down with all of these fucking idiosyncrasies that you have, which she isn't.
Yeah.
So fucking keep this one and neglect her. Just say fuck it. He was like, yeah, you probably have a point. Fucking 2 weeks later, they're back on it again.
Yeah.
And now he's fucking starting to change towards me.
Ugh.
You know, I can't meet up with this fucking dude for a cup of coffee and a chat for like an hour.
Yeah.
There's always that text message. Is it okay if she comes along? I go like, dude, this was supposed to be a time for just us two to talk some shit.
Yeah.
And now you want to bring your fucking girlfriend along. Fucking fine, I won't deny it. Deny it too, I should have said this. But instead I was like, yeah, sure, fucking bring her.
Yep.
And then he would show up like 10 minutes before and he would be like, dude, I got 10 minutes before she comes. And then we would talk shit about her and their relationship. And then as soon as she came, everything had to be politically correct. Mm-hmm. Everything had to keep a certain level of decorum because she was a fucking sex negative fucking feminist retard.
Yeah.
And it was just... Gradually, I got phased out. I wasn't invited to parties anymore unless I specifically asked.
Yeah, I know. I've been there too.
I know that. Then they moved to fucking Gothenburg. I helped them fucking move. I helped them.
Yeah, that's
I
like-
helped him sign away.
That's the moment when you know you're
last
being used.
fucking
You know, it's like, yeah.
the last stitch of integrity he had. I helped him just fucking hand that away to her.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he didn't return my calls. And the few times he returned my calls, he was like, dude, yeah, I'm on the way from work. I figured I could give you a 10-minute call. And it's like, what?
Shut the fuck up. Get
I lived on the other side
I'm
of the fucking country.
I'm worth more than 10 minutes of your time.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you know.
and I mean, I
Yeah.
tried dragging it on. Then this one day, it was his fucking birthday, I think.
Yeah.
I fucking call him, and I go like, dude, happy birthday, how are ya? Probably just a couple fucking.
Yeah, there's a car that just pulled up a little way away, and the lights just immediately turned off, and they're not parked correctly. So I think there's a little hookup that's happening over here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's good for them.
Well, Foothill's a great place to hook up. I've done it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
I think. Yes, I have.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember that story, and we won't mention it.
It's better that way.
Yeah.
No, anyway. I rang him up on his fucking birthday.
Yeah.
And he's just, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm going to buy myself a new shirt. We're going to hit the town.
Cool.
And I got like 5 minutes. And I'm, what do you mean 5 minutes? He was like, yeah, I just got off work. I'm on my way home. I figured I'll do this. I was like, dude, fucking just take a cup of coffee. Sit down and speak to me for a minute. I'm
Yeah.
your friend. And he spoke with me fucking 10 minutes. 10 minutes, hadn't spoken with the dude for a year.
Yeah.
Then, summer before I move over here,
Yes.
I'm heading. Well, no, actually, this was the summer after I'd come here, and I went back to Sweden over the
Oh, I
summer.
see. This past one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been in Stockholm. We had smoked up all my stash. I went to Gothenburg. I spent time with an acting buddy there. He's one of my best friends back home.
Cool.
Carl Marcus.
You just said his last name.
No, that is his middle name.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
his name is Carl Marcus. He's one of the best fucking actors that I know back in Sweden.
Cool.
And if he could act in English, I would definitely recommend him to get the fuck over here.
Get the fuck over here. Yeah, sure.
But his lingual abilities are a bit
limited.
diminished.
Yeah.
No,
It's,
anyway,
well, the thing is, there's a huge market for, it's such a simple word, Sam. Why can't you remember?
exotic actors?
Not exotic.
Foreign actors?
No, well, maybe foreign. I don't know. It's like, yeah, foreign. I guess it's not the word I'm looking for, but it'll do.
Fucking immigrants.
Yeah. Well, there's
This
a market.
this fucking
There's
dude
a
who comes
market.
here, he's a fucking immigrant. We give him a job.
Yeah.
It's
It's like an immigrant, an actual, immigrant is better than a fucking American who can do maybe a half-assed good accent.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
No,
like, if we actually need like a Swede or a Brit, there's you. I'm not going to get that part. I'm not going to get that part. It's you.
Russian. I can also
Russian,
do German.
Yeah.
Frenchy is a bit,
French is always hard for me.
It's hard for me as well. I just can't do, the fucking guttural R's and, the baguette. No, anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Fred, can we do some magic and pause it because I have to piss?
Okay, well, let's do some magic. Let me just finish this.
Yeah. Okay.
So I meet with my friend, we eat, we smoke, we have a great time, and the day after when I'm about to fucking leave, I'm going to meet my mother's fiancé at this fucking shopping center. So I call my former best friend, and I'm like, dude, I'm in Gothenburg, I'm heading here right now, fucking meet me there. We had, made a deal about it. He comes there, he meets me, we sit down, we talk for fucking half an hour, then he has to fucking rush off. Haven't spoken to the guy
Jesus.
in over a fucking year.
Yeah, and he has to rush off
After 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then, I rode him from here around Christmas last year, around my birthday time.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm sad that we've fallen apart from each other. I do hope that you are well and blah, 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 blah.
Sure. The whole, whole shtick.
What fucking happens is that she writes me.
Oh, no.
So she writes me and she just fucking berates me.
No.
And I'm like, I'm just fucking laughing it off, writing shit like, yeah, It warms my heart that you fucking care for me this much. Because she went on a fucking, like, neo-progressive feminist tirade against me. I was like, you know what? I'm not fucking having this. I'm gonna be so polite as she will know that I consider her to be a complete retarded fucking moron.
Yeah, like not even worth your breath.
Yeah.
Not worth the time.
Then
that's how you win.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
And then in the end, she said, like, okay, consider yourself blocked. Speak to you. Never. And I just wrote back right before she was able to block me.
Yeah.
That really warms my cockles that you care that much about little old me.
Well, there you go.
And on
that's
that
how you do it. That's how you shut them down.
That's how you fucking shut them down.
Yeah.
And on this, we will fucking take a piss break.
Yeah, but it won't seem like a piss break to you because we're just gonna jump right back in like 2 seconds. So
yeah, something like that.
See you soon.
See you soon. And through the magic of editing, we are back.
Yeah, that was really quick. That was a really quick piss break.
Yeah, I would say it lasted like a fraction of a second.
Yeah, about a fraction of a second. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but shit, that's enough about me being bitter about losing friends.
Oh no, that's fine. And, I could be bitter about losing friends, but I don't know. I have a feeling like the chance of them listening to this is 0.00 fucking none. But I'd still never say it. My anxiety would just be like, what if this is the one? What if this is the one that they listen to? And I doubt they would even make it this far into the episode.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just don't fucking care if they were to find it, because, I mean, he completely fucking abandoned me over over a shag, basically.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, if your relationship starts with being, unfaithful with her, then, you're a bit of a douche and you know that she's only just a fucking shag.
Yeah.
And
do you talk to him now at all?
No,
not at all.
I've just fucking given up on him. Which actually includes most of my fucking friends from home as well that we used to hang around with. Yeah. But let's fucking go in on the fucking destiny of the human race.
Oh, sure. I almost forgot.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Destiny of the human race.
Destiny of the human race. So last thing we talked about, it was Devo. We were talking about the aquatic monkey, things like that.
But, the fucking danger is the dependency on fucking technology. As technology gets more and more rad, it will become harder and harder to fucking disconnect and just fucking be out in the
WALL-E,
world.
Think about WALL-E. It was
it's sort of like Brave New World, but through
1984-esque, Orwellian and Huxley.
Huxleyan, not Orwellian.
Well, Orwellian is a very dismal, bleak
Yeah,
look at it. But I mean, think about Animal Farm.
Yeah,
you know?
but still, his is more about, you know, the fascist fucking Big Brother.
Well, I mean, that's just 1984.
Yeah,
you know, that's
also Animal Farm. I mean, Animal Farm is basically about communism.
Well, it's about revolution.
Yeah, but Hannibal the Pig is a fucking paraphrase of Joseph Stalin.
Yeah.
So I would say it's definitely a Huxleyan.
Yeah, Huxleyan. Yeah,
Brave New World. We will hand over our freedoms without fucking questioning it. And that is the way that humanity is going to go.
I mean, there's a chance. I mean, God help us. And I use that term very lightly, you know. But God help us if we do go there.
Yeah.
You know, but I obviously want to keep positive. I want to have a positive attitude about the human race, and I want to think that we'll fix ourselves.
Yeah, well then don't get into fucking cyber life, basically, because that's the way we are heading. You know, fucking Oculus Rift and the other shit.
VR,
you have the fucking HoloLens that Microsoft is developing. Augmented fucking reality. How fucking scary is that when you think about it?
It's really
it's really fucking cool because you can play games. You can shoot shit that crawls out of the walls.
Immersive. Yeah. From a recreational standpoint, I am 100% for it. From a standpoint of, like, you know,
being a human,
are we even going to use our eyes anymore? You know, because there's the Google Glass. That's some shit. Have you ever worn one?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it is bizarre. Okay, so the way this, I'm sure some of you, some of our listeners have
of all the five,
have at least one of you has worn a Google Glass, and these things are unreal. The way it looks, you don't see the glass, it's a tiny little screen.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You don't see anything. All you see in your peripherals, it's like you're looking at a screen. It's like so you know IMAX?
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at the world as IMAX, and then right here, right in your
It's a
peripheral,
heads-up display.
is just numbers. There's just numbers with no... They just blend in to everything that you're looking at, and there's just numbers floating in air.
That must be fucking horrible.
It is insane. And it's right in your peripherals. And you don't see the glass casing, you don't see the thing. It's just floating numbers, like it's a fucking... Like you're Iron Man, you know, looking through the...
Yeah, it's
the
like
hub.
a heads-up display.
Yeah, it is. And it's... I remember one of my friends, Vasily, when I was going to West Valley, he was an intern at Google, and he was one of the testers for the original Google Glass. And I remember walking around the school, and he said, yeah, take a walk. You know, use it. If you want to listen to music, say, okay, Google, do this, blah, 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 blah. You know, if you want to, you know what the time is, you can just look right there. It's right there. Just look there. Boom. It's there. There's the time. You know?
If Google Glass ever became a thing, I had this plan to walk up to someone who was wearing them, and I would say, okay, Google, disable safety, search for bestiality porn, open 51st flags, and then just run away.
Yeah. Yep. That would be... Okay, welcome to the Hedonist Podcast. This is a special topic today.
Yeah.
You know?
no, but I mean, the thing is...
Yeah.
From a technological perspective, from augmenting our reality, to fucking just getting a cooler fucking hobby within gaming, as an example.
Sure.
This is fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But what do you do when the cyber world is more enticing than the real world? Because we will get to that point.
We will get to that point.
Where you just basically, you lay down in like a bed like fucking Avatar.
Yeah.
And you have like this fucking Matrix plug.
Yeah, the Matrix thing. Yeah.
And you just fucking get hooked up, and all of a sudden you're in this fucking immersive world where you can be a superhero.
Why would you ever want to go back?
You can be a supervillain. You can fucking
Yeah.
go in and fucking experience a fucking porn.
Yeah.
You know, you can experience
So
what...
there's this, I don't know if you've heard about this. It's exactly what you're talking about. But there in Japan, there is an Oculus VR for a realistic life simulator.
What?
Yeah, and it's a life with a beautiful woman. And there's a beautiful woman who will react to everything that you say, everything that you bring up. It's connected to the internet, so she can talk to you about your interests, and all of your interests are her interests. Everything that you want in a woman, you can design what she looks like. It is a realistic woman, hyper realistic. You live on a beach house on an island. You can grow plants there. You can talk to this woman, and she will respond in just fluently in anything you ever want to talk to her about. And you know about the overpopulation of men in Japan and in other Asian countries.
Yeah, but I mean, Japan is going under when it comes to future generations, because more and more men are getting into this kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
so
it's just too
this
fucking
sorts of thing.
advanced.
You know, there's already been cases of men who aren't paying. Yeah. There's all these cases of men who aren't paying their bills because they're spending every single day with this woman.
Yeah.
And there are men who are trying to marry her. Yeah. There are men who are trying to marry her.
Legally
marry this character. I mean, I don't know if you heard about this. Some men have married body pillows of their anime waifu. Yeah.
I'm sorry if we have anyone listening to this who think this is a fucking brilliant idea. I can sort of see why it is that way.
Yeah.
Because
there a lot of in Japan, and I apologize to any of our Japanese listeners, but this is not from me. This is not my opinion. This is just what I've researched. But a lot of Japanese men are sexually depraved.
Yes, of course.
And that's why there's a lot of crazy fetishes. Because for a long time they're told you are not allowed to have sexual urges. That is not okay. You are not allowed. It's not permitted to have sexual urges. There's a lot of pop singers, J-pop and K-pop singers that get caught having sex. They had sex, and so they have to go and shave their head publicly.
Oh, but get the fuck out of here.
I'm not even kidding. There's a girl who the paparazzi saw her leaving another man's house in the morning, and they were like, "What did you do?" And she
Japan, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Leave them alone.
Yeah.
It's fucking
and so
natural.
She shaved her head publicly on a video, and she filmed it, and she had to, while she was shaving her head, she had to apologize, and she was sobbing, and she was so sorry.
Emperor Hirohito must
Yeah.
be turning in his grave, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah, the suicide. It's brutal. But that's just the way. That's just the culture, and it's obscene to us. But you say, it's obscene to us, but it's obscene. It is obscene.
It is obscene because fucking is the main biological imperative that we got.
Yeah.
Survival of the human race.
Yes.
We are speaking
reproduce.
We are speaking fucking millions of years of evolution leading all the way to us.
Well, I mean,
where everything has been about fucking.
Yeah. It's at our very base, at our very core, we are animals. We are, however highly sophisticated, we are still animals.
Have you heard of the MGTOW, MGTOW?
I don't even know if that's English. Was that English, Frederick?
It is abbreviation.
I see.
It is men going their own way, basically.
Ah.
It is men that basically, they look at relationships, they look at divorce rates, they look at unfair divorce laws, they look at all the shit they have to go through just to be in a fucking relationship. And they say, you know what? It's not fucking worth it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go my own way. I'm gonna take care of myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make myself what I want to be. Whether that be, some fucking basement-dwelling hobgoblin just playing video games all day, or some
Which is not, there's actually nothing wrong with that.
No.
As long as you have a job, and if you want to play video games for the rest of your life, fuck yeah.
do it.
Do it, man.
I think it's fucking brilliant.
It's fun.
Just make sure that you get some fucking physical contact.
Oh, well,
with
sure.
Well.
It's obviously, human interaction is so fucking important. I mean, there's times, I play World of Warcraft, and
you were
really,
one of the junkies for that?
No, not at all. Because I limit how much I play. I control how much I play because I know how addicting it is, and I mean, I fucking chain smoke cigarettes, and I'm an alcoholic, so obviously I have an addictive personality. So I only play World of Warcraft once a week, and I play it for maybe like 3 or 4 hours, and then I stop.
I'm developing a fucking FIFA addiction.
Well, FIFA, I can see that.
No, what I mean is just I love the sport, and when I was a child, I had this dream about becoming a famous footballer.
Yeah, and we're talking about football, like FUTBOL. FOTBOLL. No, BALL. Shit. I'm going into... Well, I'm sorry. I have a lot of Assyrian friends.
Yeah.
And so they spell it FUTBOL.
Yeah.
Football.
I'm fucking up the spelling here.
Yeah, but football...
soccer. What you know is soccer.
We'll call it soccer. Yeah.
But
awesome sport.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome sport.
And I mean, it's such a fluent game.
FIFA... Are you playing 15? FIFA
yes.
15? Cool.
And it's just such fluidity in the movement of everything.
Yeah.
And you can basically play an entire match and not have a dull moment. It's not like, I mean, it's super casual. I play some hardcore games as well.
Sure.
But mainly now I've just been going at fucking FIFA because it's just a perfect time waster for me. You run up and down to get the ball, and then you shoot it in the goal, and you find new ways of doing that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And
the thing is about soccer is that it is highly strategy based, and it's a team sport in the most complicated sense of that term.
Yes.
It's a hive mind.
Yeah, it's tactics, it's
formations.
formations.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, if you look at the best football played in the world, just look at Bayern Munich. They have, the main lineup, first 11 players, world stars.
Yeah.
Their bench, world stars. Their reserves, world stars.
Yeah.
They just a month or two ago, they fielded fucking Robert Lewandowski, this Polish striker. It was second fucking half. And within 13 minutes, he had scored 5 times.
Jesus Christ.
It doesn't fucking happen unless it's a Bayern Munich game.
Yeah. Hey, we should go see the Earthquakes sometime. That is San Jose's soccer team.
Yeah, I'd love
They have a
to.
great stadium. And
I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
From the distance.
It's on Coleman. It's near downtown San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we should actually, honestly, the night I've been thinking about with you is we go to AFK after the game.
AFK?
AFK. It's a gaming lounge.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's a gamer lounge, and they have every single current game. They have every single platform since the NES and like Sega Genesis, and you can purchase these systems for an hour, and it's like $10 an hour, and you only have to be there for an hour. You know, you get a drink, you sit down, and you play video games with a bunch of random people, and you can like rent video games, every single video game. You can play Super Metroid at this bar. They could bring out an NES, and you can play Super Metroid. You can play anything, Contra. They have all of it. And
That's
so you
nice.
do. So after the soccer game, I was thinking, we go there. That place is open till 2. So
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Anyway, yeah.
But end of humanity, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What I think will be the end of humanity is either we are gonna get some fucktards with nukes that are gonna start sending it off. No one will know what the fuck happened, and it will be MAD, mutually assured destruction.
Yep.
That is, one of the most likely war scenarios that I can see.
Just nuclear holocaust.
Yeah. Another thing that I see is that we get too hooked on fucking cyber life. We fucking lose our direction.
And the Matrix happens.
Yeah, the Matrix of fucking Skynet happens.
What do you think about the singularity?
Singularity? I mean, I've just seen the episode of Doctor Who where the Cybermen face off with the Daleks.
Yeah.
Let's not spoil that
episode.
Those finals, because that is one of the most epic fucking season finals I've seen. But after seeing the Cybermen, the way that they are constructed and everything, it just... The singularity can be cool. It can be really fucking badass.
Yep.
But is it fucking worth it? I don't want to live forever. I don't want to be like this non-feeling entity.
I don't know.
I mean, it would be an improvement on certain days of my life.
Oh, sure,
absolutely.
sure.
But
I mean, so singularity is not necessarily realistic. But I mean, one of the things I worry about the most is meat, food.
They have already started growing meat in fucking labs.
Yeah. I mean,
Core
but
blood.
it's
Completely clean without antibiotics.
Sure. And it has the right texture. It has the right taste. And I went to a place called Veggie Grill the other day.
I don't like veggie shit.
Well, it's not vegetarian everything. They have fake meat.
Yes.
And I had a burger. And it was actually fucking great.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is what I don't understand with vegetarians and vegans and shit. You say that, I don't eat meat because of the fucking moral dilemma, but then they go and eat fucking fake meat that has the same-ish texture.
Yeah.
What is then the fucking point?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna eat something that tastes like meat, why not just fucking eat some meat?
Yeah. It's... I see both sides. I see both sides.
Get a fucking rifle, get out in the woods, and fucking hunt if you're worried about, the fucking industrialized meat complex.
Yeah.
If you're worried about that, stop fucking hunting. Stop providing for yourself, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
And I use that expression very lightly.
Very lightly. Very lightly. Jesus, if you're out there, we hope you're listening. The Hedonist Podcast loves you.
Yes.
Because we know you love us.
And I thank you very much for all of the menial tasks you take care of in this society. And I also apologize for Sam for not pronouncing your name correctly. Jesus, we love you.
Jesus. Yeah, actually, there was this really funny... I have 2 jokes to tell you.
Okay.
All right, how do you know when someone's vegan?
Well, they will tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell you. Okay, you already know that one. All right. So there's this family sitting at a table, and they're sitting and they're holding hands, and they say, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for all the food we've received."
De nada.
De nada. And Jesus pops his head through the window and says, "De nada." And the guy on the farm, fucking Jesus, and the migrant worker.
But if a vegan does CrossFit, what will it tell you first?
Oh man. Okay, that's that. Okay, so Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Ask the computer that question.
Dude, that would be an overload.
Yeah, that would kill it.
It would kill it. It would kill the deep thought.
The deep thought, that's what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah. 42.
42.
It would probably just say 42. Yeah.
42, you imbecile. No, but fucking hell. There was another one. Yes. I don't remember who fucking said it. But vegans, whenever you meet them, this is my theory that I completely stole from some other guy. I think it might have been Joe Rogan, one of his stand-ups.
Yeah, sure.
Whenever you speak with a vegan, it's like they're holding their breath, like... And then as soon as they have to let it go, I'm a vegan! Oh, good God, it's good to have that said.
Yeah,
now I can stop being morally superior than you.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, how about you go fuck yourself, you cunt?
Seriously.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, I got some great vegan friends, but I have
Same
met the
here.
types.
Yeah.
I have met those types. You know, it's
but
like...
take Ryan as an example. I had no idea.
No idea. Yeah. I actually made fun of him the other day. I was like, oh yeah, Ryan's totally the type to fucking blast out that he's a vegan. And he looked at me and he was like, I have never said that. And he was like, he was so offended that I would ever, even jokingly, compare him to the types. Because he hates them. He hates that type of people, you know?
Yes, which you should.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have any brain matter, you should hate that fucking vegan. The only thing that I can't do is that I can't hate on vegetarians and vegans that say that, yeah, I don't like the taste of it.
That's fine.
And I'm like, okay, that's
well,
fine.
there you go. You know, it's like, if you don't like it, well, then cool.
Yeah, and I have actually been blessed with a bunch of vegetarian friends like that.
Cool.
That is just like, I
yeah,
don't
me
like
too.
it.
Honestly,
I don't like the flavor.
I have met the types that will shove it down your throat with the holier than thou thing.
May I bum another menthol?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me find them. There they are. I got another pack, so don't worry.
All right. Thank you.
But yeah.
No, but I mean, the best thing is when you have like vegetarian and vegan friends that also can get down with the banter. You know, like whenever you're like, yeah, so I ate this steak the other day, and you see them going like, here he goes.
Here he goes. Yeah.
And I go, it was so succulent.
Succulent. I knew you were going to go for that word.
It was so tender, almost melted.
It had
on
this
your
woody texture to it. Yeah.
And you know, and then I see the shit that you eat.
Yeah. How's that lettuce? How's that lettuce feeling? How's that cabbage? That iceberg? Yeah. Oh man.
I used to be such a cunt when it came to those kind of things. I mean,
Sure.
I have a bunch of food allergies.
Yeah.
Towards fruit and veggies.
Yeah,
and
fruit and
fucking
vegetables.
Nuts,
Yeah. And it's so bizarre. I've actually never met someone.
I met someone who has the exact same thing as me.
Interesting.
One person.
One person in your entire life. Yeah.
But anyway, I used to be such a cunt. I would be like, yeah, if I could be a vegetarian, I would totally be it. Because I was running in that kind of fucking neo-progressive retard crowd.
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm so glad that I'm out of that shit.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I'm glad you are too. I wouldn't be on this fucking show if you were. No offense.
I fully fucking understand you.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that's extremely fucking annoying about people that make everything in their lives about a fucking political ideology. Like feminists!
Yeah.
Like feminists!
Yeah.
They can't leave anything alone.
Just be an egalitarian and leave it there.
No, just fucking be an individualist. Base everything on your individual fucking performances.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do that, you will have no fucking discrimination based on anything else than your merits and your fucking capacity. Fucking, I think personally, that to be a feminist, you must believe in your heart that women are fucking mentally retarded. I mean, seriously.
We're gonna cut that out.
No, I'm going to leave that in.
Okay.
Because here's the deal.
All right.
I grew up
Lay it on me.
with a fucking single mother. She raised me. She raised my brother. She raised my sister.
Yes.
She worked at the fucking ER and the fucking Mother Central. You know, like gynecologist.
Yeah.
And she fucking worked her ass off. But she was able to provide for us, and she was able to raise us.
Yeah.
Sure, I had to step in and take some responsibility as, you know, the old brother. But my mother has convinced me that there's nothing that a woman can't do on her fucking own. Yeah. You don't need the fucking constant pat on the shoulder, constant fucking back dunking each other like, yeah, you go, girl. You fucking show those cis male pigs.
Yeah.
You know, it's just mental retardation.
You have to believe
Well, I
that
think-
women are mentally retarded to be a feminist.
I think mental retardation is harsh. It's it's one of the few things I might disagree with you on, Fred.
That's okay.
I think it all has to do with perspective. A lot of the feminists that are very radical have been, either subject to rape or sort of harassment. A lot of the women that I know that are radicals like that have been
Definitely.
wronged in ways where they're traumatized.
Yes, but those are not the people that are spreading the message of radical feminism. If you
those ones are empathetic to
Yes.
those who have been wronged. Yeah.
Yes, but the ones that are spreading these messages, they're usually overprivileged. They're usually. I'm not saying everyone.
yeah.
I wouldn't dare to make
Sure.
such a fucking statement
well,
because I'm not a fucking retard. But all I'm saying is, if you,
absolutes are never smart.
yeah, but if you look at a bunch of the ones that are perpetuating this fucking thing, all that they are actually doing is scaring the shit out of not only girls, not only women, but also men.
Yeah.
I mean, the entire MGTOW movement came to be because of radical feminists.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're just fucking relentless.
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking relentless in their claims. They will make fake accusations if it furthers their causes. If you look at the UVA case, Mattress Girl. No, UVA was Jackie, Rolling Stones. Do you remember that case?
I don't.
It was basically this journalist for Rolling Stones. She went out and she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna write an article about rape on campus, and I need to find something that is representative for the entire nation." So she went outrage shopping and found the most bestial case she could find. With one girl, she said that she had been dating this one guy. We're taking her back to the frat house where he was active, where they had a party, according to her story, and they then gang raped her, according to the story, according to the narrative, for either 3 or fucking 7 hours.
Wow.
But then people started looking into the details, the narrative, looking into her other interviews that she had given about this, and her entire story just completely fell apart, and has been proven beyond reasonable doubt that she made it all up. The frat boys didn't have a party that night.
Yeah.
They didn't have recruitment, which was part of the entire gang rape accusation. That these frat boys, they have this thing where they have to rape girls, gang rape girls, to be a part of the frat.
Interesting. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, they weren't even fucking having recruitment at that time.
I've heard about sororities bringing frat guys over to have sex with some of the new girls, and the girl obviously has to agree.
I've never heard of that either.
Well, it's all there. If you go on fucking Live Leak or World Star Hip Hop, shit like that, you'll get fucking phone recordings of things like that. Shit. And it's the sorority girls, and the thing is, like, the sorority girls are like, okay, this is a requirement we have, to get in. This guy's gonna come and he's gonna fuck you. He's one of the frat brothers.
That
the girl.
Doesn't surprise
the thing is,
me,
if
to
the
be
girl
honest.
says no, they say, okay, you don't have to do that. But like, we're not. It might. It would affect.
Hurt your chances.
Yeah, it would hurt your chances of getting in. And so that's just one of the things that happens. But it's every single time that it happens, it is consensual. The girl said yes. And so I think maybe this woman had derived that story from something like this.
Yeah, but
and it's usually the
anything
sororities
like
that orchestrate something.
It wasn't
like that.
even anything like that, because she never thought about making that claim either.
Yeah.
If she had made that claim, sure, I would probably have bought the story.
Yeah.
But everything turned out to be fake, and it turned out to be outrage shopping on the part of the journalist, within great air quotations.
Yeah.
She had just gone, I want to find the most horrific to further my fucking ideology.
Yeah.
That was her entire purpose. She wrote this huge ass fucking article about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can send you a fucking, the fucking, what do you call them? Air crash investigative.
Yeah.
It's a very long read, but it's worth reading.
Yeah.
Mattress Girl, fucking University of Columbia.
I have not heard of that one either.
Fake as well. She even did a porno. She did a porno reenacting her narrative.
if you heard that thump that just happened, that was me just smacking my hands.
You
on
remember
my steering wheel.
the Duke lacrosse team?
Oh, that raped that girl?
Yeah. Also complete and utter fucking bullshit. All of this is brought on by the perpetual fucking paranoid schizophrenic that is the ideologues of the feminist movement of today, the third wave feminists. And they're just fucking railing, just making up all of these things that not only harms relations between college men and college women, it also harms and traumatizes women of all fucking ages and men of all fucking ages.
Yeah.
Sort of like, I have to record her saying, yes, I want to fuck, or else I need to have her sign a fucking consent form.
Yeah.
And after New Year's, this is just a hot tip for any person that is transferring to any fucking college that has a fucking dorm on campus that you are planning on living on. Get a fucking stopwatch, and you need to keep track of that time. As you hit the 9-minute point, you need to ask her, are you still down for this?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't do that and she then regrets it,
you're fucked.
It will be considered rape on the fucking campus standards. On certain UCs. University of California will implement certain shit like this. All around the fucking country as well. And it's just horrifying.
Well, the thing is, it really, you have to rack your brain around this kind of stuff, because for me, obviously, and I know you agree with this, consent is important.
Consent is very important.
It's incredibly important, but
the best way of getting consent, of course, you need to practice safe sex for this.
Well,
which
yes,
I
of course.
Do.
Yeah.
But basically, if you are messing about with a girl, if you are kissing her, you guys are fucking doing the finger nasty, she's tugging at yours, all of that.
Yeah.
Just ask the plain and simple question: do you want me to go and get some condoms?
Yes.
Did you find your lighter?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Because in that fucking question, you have given them ample opportunity to say no. And as you are putting on your fucking condom, and before you fucking start trusting, just ask again, is this something that you really want? I mean,
and it's tricky, because that has sometimes really killed the mood.
Yeah, but if it kills the mood, it's fucking worth it, because then you won't get accused of
shit.
The
thing is, for
this
me,
is the precautions
I
that
don't
you need
care
to take.
about that, but some men, can be very desperate, and they don't want to risk, like, being like, oh, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, but
they don't want to risk that
one time. And then something that always works, something that always fucking works to establish that it is fully fucking consensual, is to let her be on top.
Well, and one of the things, like the girl that I'm seeing right now, like she's not necessarily in the mood for sex sometimes, and she's not the most vocal. So I will advance, and then she'll say no, and I say okay.
Easy
and it's that, it's
no means no.
No means no,
and that is all that we should follow.
And that's, if everybody listened to that, there wouldn't be an issue. There wouldn't be anything.
But the fucking statistics that 1 in 4, 1 in 3, 1 in 5, whatever the fuck they're throwing about, women that attend fucking higher education on college campuses will be raped. First of all, that study is conducted at an adult educational facility. It is not a university, it's not a college, it's adult education.
Yeah.
Secondly, the fucking test group is like a few hundred people.
Yeah.
And the definition of sexual assault in that can be as easy as the ugly guy coming up and saying, excuse me, would you like to grab a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And if she then says no and feels disgusted by your advance, according to the study, that is sexual assault.
Yeah.
So you get an inflated number based on a small portion group, based on very fucking constructed to fit a narrative criteria.
Yeah.
And that is the reason. And the pay gap disproven by every fucking serious economist will tell you that is fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
Yes, we only earn 77 cents for every dollar that a man makes. That's first of all fucking horseshit. You have to look at, what fucking field are you in? How is your fucking work hours? Because here's the fucking deal. To be successful as soon as you get out of college or as soon as you start working, you need to put in about 60 fucking hours a week to be able to get ahead.
Yeah.
So that you can live on Easy Street when you get 40 or 50. It will be 50 in my case.
Yeah.
You just have to be out there fucking busting your balls trying to get ahead. And the women that understand this face the same trouble as men that understand this. They're usually single until they hit the point where they can start relaxing.
You know, there's a funny story that my friend told me about his work, and I'm not going to say any names, but he works at a brewing company, and he has a manager who I'm just going to call Martin. And this guy Martin, you know, he is just totally harasses every single female employee. Every single one. You know, my friend has told me, like, oh, like, he'll come up and slap their asses, he'll comment on their tits in front of them. You know, and it's like, these girls don't file, like, a sexual harassment thing because it's their manager.
Yeah.
And it's their life, you know.
I mean...
and they're obviously uncomfortable.
Yeah.
They're very uncomfortable, and they don't like it, but they put up with it because he's in charge of their job.
Yeah, and that is a fucking issue. But here's the thing. He's basically acting on the fucking impulses that you need to fucking suppress as a guy in a professional setting, especially.
Yeah,
you can't be hitting on fucking people where you work.
He's
you don't
like,
shit
he's in
where
his
you
50s,
eat.
and these girls are like 19, 20, 21. You
Yeah,
know,
he's a fucking... He's
a
edging
creep.
on
He's a
pedophilia.
fucking creep,
It's
you know?
cradle robbing. There's definite cradle robbing.
and you know, it's my friend is like, you know, I can't do anything because I've talked to these girls about this, and they're like, no, I can't. I need this job. You know, if I come forward about this, I'm going to lose my job. And it's
yeah, that's
half
a fucking issue.
It's half
that's,
his fault and half their fault.
They should
You know,
fucking file a class
it's like
action
you really
thing.
should. Like, it shouldn't be worth it. It really should not be worth it. You know, I don't know what they're thinking, and my friend doesn't know what they're thinking either. He's like, if these women came up, well, you know, if he got
Has
enough...
he witnessed it happen?
Yes, he's witnessed this happen. He has recordings. He's
Then you
had...
should just fucking send that to the cops anonymously. You can
Yes.
still do that.
Yes, but
mean,
his fear is when his manager goes to corporate, because my friend has broken the rules. He has given underage people booze at the store. He has been
but
caught eating food.
If he just sends it in on a disc, there are several ways he can fucking clean up your tracks. That's number one. First of all, here's what he should fucking do. He should find someone that isn't related to him on fucking Facebook, LinkedIn, or any social media, where he can use this person's computer to fucking bring over the files. He should run them through an encryption system to remove all geolocations and all source fucking descriptions. There are loads of instruction videos and instruction manuals on how to do this. You should then burn it out on a disk that will have the identity number of that one friend. He should then, of course, never keep anything on fucking information that can be tracked. Let's do 2 hours.
Yeah, we could go for a long
Yeah. And then he just burns out a fucking disk. He types a fucking letter on the fucking computer, prints it, makes sure that he doesn't leave fingerprints, and he sends in, this is happening on this place. Fucking do something about it.
Is there any way we could play like copyrighted music on this? On the Hedonist?
I think that it would be taken down, especially considering that I am running a fairly small podcast.
I see. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, this is a good, you know, halfway mark. So we could take like a musical break, and then come back in afterwards if you'd like.
Definitely. I think that's a good idea.
So yeah, actually, what we could do, if you don't mind me shamelessly self-promoting, because I did want to play some Devo for the people, but it is copyrighted.
Yeah, you know, I'll see if I can throw up a link. Just send me a couple of links, and I'll at least tweet it out.
Shamelessly self-promoting, we could play I'm in a web series that's going to be coming up, and I've written some new music for that web series. And
yeah, just fucking send it over to me.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you. So we're going to take a little musical interlude, and then we'll be right back.
Definitely. I'll take the opportunity to piss a bit as well. You know, just letting you guys know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's very important for me to maintain a private relationship to the listener.
Yep.
So, anyhow, see you after the musical interlude, dears.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Is looking for this man, and this man is nowhere to be found. But I bet if you look up the dictionary for I don't give a fuck, you will see this man face there. This man does not give a fuck. It's like God created this man on a busy day and he forgot to put fear in his heart. There is no fear in this man's heart, only blood. This man has the biggest balls ever, not like human balls. I bet he has like big, gigantic, invisible dinosaur balls in his part. They are invisible, that's why you cannot see them. You people think I don't give a fuck. This man does not even know what fuck means. If this man was on the snakes on a play movie, the movie will finish. And he does not even care. It's like he's just doing his job. And he's oh my god! What kind of balls? What kind of balls?
Do 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 do
okay.
do 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 do.
Sugar pie, honey bunch. Wrong song.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
I hope you enjoyed that little musical break.
yes.
We talked a little bit about the things we want to mention in this half of the episode.
Rather.
We stepped outside, and tonight the stars are just fucking gorgeous. I mean, we're on a campus that's up in the mountains, And
It's quite nice.
it's very nice. And so I talked to Frederick about telling a little story. Since we're talking about the end times and the downfall of humanity, I thought I would tell a nice story about the old world.
Fucking hit it, man.
So one of my favorite stories ever. This is a story from before there was buildings in the U.S., before there was roads, before there was anything. It's a Native American story.
I think you've told me this one.
About the stars?
Yeah, I think so.
Stars and the moon.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is one of my favorite stories. And, you know, I love Native American culture. I think they had the right idea about everything. You know, they understood, like, you know, this planet is sacred. We are not materialistic. We love life and we love each other. And, you know, that's just the way we want to live. I'm not talking about Central America, where they were ripping out hearts and sacrifices. I'm talking about
playing football with people's heads.
Yes, not that kind of old world, but
Okay, that's good.
a more civilized one. If civilized is a word, well, it's not a simple. Well, it's a
Less
civilization.
violent.
Less violent. The Native Americans, and this is specifically Cherokee.
Weren't the Cherokee fucking vicious as shit?
Well, they were all war tribes. I mean, they had to defend their land, you know,
Yeah.
but it was, you know, they didn't seek out war. It was just like, you know, there was another tribe that came into their land and they were like, hey, this is our shit.
Let the white man die.
Yeah, exactly.
Spirit horse, ride for me.
That's Pocahontas, right?
No, that is actually Manowar.
Oh, okay.
They have Spirit horse something. It's Trail of Tears, like that. I forget the name, but it's a cool song.
Anyway, so this story, if any of you guys know about Native American folklore, and this story is going to be very interesting to those pot smokers out there, because this is the kind of shit y'all like to hear.
Oh, that's very nice. Enjoy this.
So, the Native Americans, especially the Cherokee, believed that the animals were representations of human traits. Every animal represented a certain type of personality. For example, the fish was a very crafty and a very quick learner, and he was very, you know, quick on his feet, even though they don't have feet. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
they were crafty and sly, but kind at the same time. There was the coyote, who is wily, and, you know, the Wile E. Coyote in the Looney Tunes cartoons is very closely based on the Native American coyote character.
That is actually quite cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very
So stubborn.
cunning, stubborn, crafty. Usually, looking out for himself mostly. Then you have Bear, which is just the big daddy, the caretaker of all. So you have all these. The eagle, very proud, very proper, very kind and loving. Most of the animals were loving. Even the ones that we're scared of today, you know, the ones that could kill us in a second, they all had...
Fucking mountain lions.
Yeah, mountain lions, they all had good traits. There was not really a negative one,
do.
except for the coyote, who was kind of the clown. He was kind of the... he's the one that everyone kicked around the most. Coyote was beat up a lot. But anyway, they had a god called the Great Spirit. And the Great Spirit was sort of just a voice, not really just an ethereal being who guided the animals. And so this story is about the stars and the moon. And as you know, there are creatures that sleep during the nighttime, and there are creatures that sleep during the daytime, like the owl, the bat, all those creatures. And so back in the day, there was only sunlight. There was no nighttime. That was not a thing. It was just sunlight. And the nocturnal creatures were having issues with that. They couldn't sleep because it was so bright. Or it was too bright when they were out at night and hunting.
Yeah.
And all the things they were trying to catch would see them. So these predators, the night predators, were like, I mean, this sucks.
This is bullshit.
Everyone could see me. What the hell's going on? And so they all go and they have a meeting. All the night creatures, you know, well, they weren't called night creatures then because there was no night. But these creatures that needed to have stealth said, hey, we need to have a meeting and we need to consult the Great Spirit. And the eagle and bear are like, okay, we'll go get the Great Spirit. You know, he doesn't really like to be bothered, but we'll go get him. You know, this seems important. You guys seem like you have a pretty big issue. So the Great Spirit comes. And then we're all sitting around. Everyone's there. Rabbit, snake, bird, the hummingbird, eagle. They're all there. And the Great Spirit's like, okay, good to see you all. What's going on? And the bat and the owl and all those predators were like, hey, we can't hunt. We're starving. We need stealth to be able to hunt. Everything can see us coming. What do we do? And the Great Spirit says, okay, here's what I'm going to do for you. My bed.
Fastened my seatbelt, by the way. I just want to point this out.
Yeah, we are in a non-moving car, and Frederick had a seatbelt on.
I don't know why.
Anyway, I was talking so much, my cigarette went out. Hold on. Brief pause.
Definitely. But yeah, if you ever want to feel retarded, just fasten your seatbelt in a non-moving car that's not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere anytime soon. So anyway, the Great Spirit says, okay, here's my plan. I have a great big bed up in the sky, and halfway through the day, I will pull that bed over, or my sheets over the world, and it will be darkness halfway through the day. So I'll bring it over slowly, and then when it hits around whatever o'clock, it'll be totally dark, and you guys can hunt. And that way, all of you guys can sleep better because it's not so bright out. And everyone's like, oh my God, this works for everyone. This is the best. Thank you, Great Spirit. We love you. You're the best. And he says, deuces, love you too. I'm out. So
Definitely.
Great Spirit leaves. All the animals are happy. But when that cover goes over, oh my God, it is too fucking dark. No one can see anything. Everyone's tripping over everything. No one can find their houses. No one can find their homes. They're just like, what the fuck is happening? It is so dark. And so they all manage to sort of make a pile in the middle of the forest. And Bear is like, everybody get off me, get off me. Okay, here's what we're going to do. In the morning, we're just going to sleep here in the middle of the night. Nobody's killing anyone. Nobody's hunting anyone. We're just going to sleep here and wait until the morning, and we're going to get the Great Spirit again. And Eagle's like, I don't know about that, he doesn't like to be called out, 2 days in a row. He doesn't really like that. And Bear's like, honestly, I'm not going through another fucking night of this. Can't handle this shit. I don't want this shit. And everyone's like, yeah, we don't want this shit. And Eagle's like, okay, all right, I'll back off. So they all snuggle up together that night. And then the blanket comes over and they see the Great Spirit. And they charge toward him. They say, Great Spirit. Oh my God, it was so dark. Oh, it was too dark. And the Great Spirit ain't having this shit. And he said, honestly, I don't have a bed sheet because of you. I was freezing last night. And I did that for you. And you're here complaining it was too dark? No, you're getting nighttime again. You're getting it forever. Now. And he just was so pissed off. He didn't even care that he was fucking himself over. He was just like, no.
Typical guy shit. Oh, yeah. You know what? What?
Is this a challenge? So anyway, they're like, okay, what are we going to do about this? And the Great Eagle says, you know what? I'm going to poke a fucking hole in that shit. I'm going to poke a hole in the blanket so we can see. We get some sunlight through it. So the eagle flies up, and he flies into the blanket at nighttime. And he pokes his head through, and he gets stuck. And the eagle is just flapping his wings, and he's stuck in the blanket. And you hear him screaming. When he's screaming, it's like, oh, it's so hot. Sorry, I'm screaming really loud. And he's screaming, and everyone's like, Eagle, what's happening? What's happening to you? And he's like, my hair, the top of my head, all the feathers are burning off. And that is how you got the bald eagle. Yep. So that's how the bald eagle was created. All the feathers on the top of his head burned off because he stuck his head through and the sun burned him.
He still has feathers. They're just blonde.
Yeah, they're blonde. It's not totally bald. Yeah. So that's how the bald eagle was created. But this eagle is stuck up there and it's still dark. There's no light coming through. And so the hummingbird says, all right, I got a better plan. And the hummingbird flies up there and goes and starts poking all these holes in the blanket. And he pokes millions and millions of holes in the blanket, and everyone is applauding because now they can see. And then he flies up through one of the holes, which is the North Star. That's why it's so bright. He flies up through one of the holes and just pushes down on the bald eagle's head. And he's like, oh, my head, it's sensitive, it's tender, don't push on that. And he pops him through. And there's this big, great hole in the blanket.
And that's the moon.
And that is the moon. And so, everybody, that is the story of how the moon and the stars are in the sky. Very much different from the Navajo, which is the wolf and the bunny. And how the Great Spirit that they had put this orb in the sky, and whoever could touch it owned it. And that's why the coyote howls at the moon, because he couldn't jump high enough to reach it. And the rabbit jumped up, and that's why it looks like there's a rabbit on the moon. If you've ever looked at a close-up of the moon, it looks like there's a little
Definitely,
silhouette of a rabbit.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I
so
can definitely see
that's why
that.
the coyote howls at the moon, but that's Navajo. That's different. So anyway, that's the story, and it's one of my favorite stories to tell, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And now Frederick is going to segue quite inappropriately into something completely unrelated.
Yeah, I don't really know how to segue into bankers from this shit.
Bankers.
But anyway, fucking bankers.
Mhm.
They are the scourge of the fucking planet.
Tell me about that, Frederick.
I mean, basically, here's the 2008 fucking bankers crashed the world economy.
Yes, they did.
Lehman Brothers didn't get shit. They were left hung out to dry, as every single one of these
Yeah.
fucking banks should have been.
Yeah, my father and my family were heavily fucked by 2008.
The entire fucking world,
thing.
except fucking China. I
We
think.
were pretty wealthy, and we lost everything. And now my father and I live in a fucking tiny ass fucking apartment. And we used to have Frederick's seen my old house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We eventually had to give it up recently, because of that crash.
Yeah, and it's
yeah.
all fucking bankers. It's these fucking piece of shit, fucking psychopathic people. I'm generalizing very much here, but they fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
And they go in on fucking Wall Street, and they are given a pay.
Yeah.
And the pay is defined on how much money they can create out of other fucking money. They are not making fucking investments for the future.
They're just turning cash around.
They are turning cash
making
around.
more,
They are
making
buying
more.
fucking cheap ass property, sitting on it for a couple of years, and then they're just fucking, okay, you need this property? Good, I knew that. Okay, you can buy for like 100 times the fucking price.
Yeah.
And you know, they went in, they had this fucking insurance system on fucking speculations that they made. And they also had a fucking like Unibet.com. They had
Yeah.
like a fucking gambling site
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
could
yeah.
put money on whether
And it wasn't
or
even
not
theirs.
a fucking fund would fail or succeed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even their
It wasn't
fucking
even their
money.
money. Yeah.
And you know, the fucking crash comes around.
Mhm.
And you know, me as a fucking anal YouTube and Wikipedia researcher, because that is mostly where I get my information.
Yep.
With
Viable sources.
Yeah, heavily sourced material though. I mean, I only take opinions seriously if they are based on a serious fucking source.
Yes.
And you know, if you have a liberal bias, use a fucking conservative page to confirm the words and the different concepts that you are trying to explain.
Yes.
Because that will show that you are not very biased. But anyway, I was thinking, finally, they're gonna throw the fucking bankers in jail because they have just lost the jobs, the pensions, the fucking
The embezzling.
the embezzlements. They have lost all of this shit, just funneled it into their own private Cayman Island bank accounts,
Yeah.
into their own fucking big-ass castle-sized fucking mansions out on the fucking Long Island.
Yep.
Not only that, they buy fucking yachts that are so fucking luxurious that you don't even know what the fuck a single person is going to do with this shit. It's like a
Yeah.
fucking cruise liner
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
most wealthy people used to go on fucking vacations back in, say, the 20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, fucking Gulfstream jets pinstripe with actual gold in the paint,
Yeah,
fucking 24 karat gold paint.
Yep. Pink helicopters.
You have
that are
fucking
bedazzled.
leather seats with white fucking marble.
Yeah.
You have fucking leather of the most exotic animals. You
Yeah,
have fucking
yeah.
crystal glasses. They have champagnes for every
They
fucking
got
flight.
fucking 300-year-old brandy from the pirates
Yeah.
of the rum. Yeah, yeah.
You know, everything that they want. They point at it, they get it. I mean, you gotta fucking respect that drive.
Yeah,
but
sure.
here is where I get really fucking pissed off. Iceland, they did the right thing. They prosecuted the fucking bankers,
Yeah.
threw them in jail, froze their assets, and reacquired their assets. Iceland is doing brilliantly economically wise.
Now, because of that. Yeah.
Yes. Sure, it was an adjustment. It was a change in the system that they had, but they fucking worked it
They
out.
worked it out,
And
yeah.
they threw the fucking piece of shit Illuminati fucking bankers in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, Illuminati is a very understatement when it comes to the fucking bankers. Fuck the Illuminati. Fuck the fucking Bilderberg. Well,
Fuck the fucking Freemasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't got shit on fucking Wall Street bankers.
Yeah.
Because here's the fucking deal. George Bush and then Obama as fucking well. just keep on handing these fucking idiots more money.
Yeah.
Hundreds of billions of fucking dollars were handed to the Citigroup, to all of these fucking big ass corporate fucking jackasses, and no one knows where the money went. No one knows where it went. Well, I know where it went. It went into the next investment in the next fucking gold stream, made out of solid fucking gold, into the next fucking investment of the next fucking luxurious yacht that is made completely out of fucking ivory.
Yeah.
Into the next fucking mansion that's out in the fucking Hamptons.
Yeah.
That's where your fucking tax money went. When or if I fucking take power over the world, I will fucking find these bankers, I will tie them up in a basement, I will waterboard them, I will fucking pistol whip them, I will fucking send in criminal fucking rapists just to make sure that they get what they fucking deserve.
And then you're gonna skin them, skin them, tan out their leather, and line your couches with it.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. They get away with this shit.
Yeah.
If you or I were to miss a single down payment on whatever it fucking is,
we would
our
feel
credit is
we
ruined.
Would feel it, yeah.
We will get repossessive fucking
if we had credit
actions.
to begin with.
If we had credit to begin with.
Yeah.
And not only that, we would never be able to take a loan again, never be able to take a first-hand lease again.
Sure.
Just all of these fucking options that so many people take for granted disappears if you as a private individual does even a fraction of the fucking damage that these fucking piece of shit bankers did on the economy. Miss one down payment and refuse to fucking pay them when they come knocking at your door. See what fucking happens. That's how fucking free you are under the fucking bankers. New World Order, I would welcome the New World Order. Because that would get rid of the fucking bankers. I mean, seriously, Illuminati, if you guys fucking hear this, I would love for you guys to fucking take the power of the fucking planet. Just make sure that you get rid of all the fucking bankers. Get rid of them. Line them up against the fucking walls.
And the thing is, the worst part, the fucking clencher of this whole thing is that banking in theory works. In theory, banking works.
Of course it works.
In practice, it's fucking corrupt.
Yeah,
it's fucking corrupt, and it's my. The thing is, I feel strongly about this too because of how severely my family was affected. We lost. Oh my God! It's like my dad.
He could have sent you to Juilliard without even you having the grades.
If this hadn't
the feeling
happened, and it's. Well, even then, I was. I don't think I'm Juilliard material, but at the same time,
but he
in theory,
I
could. Yeah, he could.
He could have paid you.
And it's and that's because he worked for that money. My dad started from nothing, literally nothing. I mean, his father was an alcoholic. There was, my dad has told me horror stories about his childhood where he was home alone for weeks and he had to make 6 candy bars last. And then his grandma walked in expecting to see the father, and she found my dad underneath a table with the last bite of a candy bar he'd been holding out on for 3 days.
That is fucking terrible.
He came from nothing. And he worked, and he went to fucking law school. He worked night jobs. He never slept. This man is the hardest working man I've ever met. He earned that money. Yeah. And we have nothing now.
And then some fucking bankers comes along and they go, what family fucking die, and then, you don't have any money anymore.
Yeah, he's a lawyer, and the thing is, he used to have an entire law firm. He had a law firm under his name. He had 30 to 40 people working underneath him. Now, he is a crony at another man's law firm. He is not making it he's not making an eighth of what he used to make. And it's all because we got literally fucked.
By bankers.
By bankers, and it was all our money just disappeared. It was gone.
So if you listen,
everything we'd saved, gone. It's just gone.
If you listen to this and you are one of these fucking bankers, which I find highly fucking unlikely.
Unlikely as fuck.
But if you hear this
unless the shit blows up and BuzzFeed is like, hey, check out this podcast. They know what the fuck they're talking about.
I would love for BuzzFeed to send this out, especially given the amount of criticism I always lob towards them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there are any bankers listening to this, here's the fucking deal. you guys owe society. Society doesn't owe you. You owe fucking Sam, his fucking family. You owe me and my fucking family.
Sure.
You owe every fucking private
affected.
individual on this planet a huge amount of
even those who aren't
money.
affected, they were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even the ones who weren't. Yeah, even the ones who weren't like noticeably like financially affected. Everyone was affected. You know, it's even in
all because of this fucking small piece of shit group. That seriously, that is a group that I just despise every breath that they take of this planet's fucking air, because they are putting nothing into it. They are doing fucking nothing to alleviate anything when it comes to suffering, when it comes to fucking being financially just outwitted, just fucking poor. If you're dirt fucking poor, just look at fucking Wall Street. These are the fucking people. And this brings me on an excellent segue onto the fucking topic of this movement that I thought would be something good.
What are we talking about?
Occupy Wall Street.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember Occupy Wall Street.
You remember how it started? How much fucking attention they got because they were doing something good. You know, they're like, we're occupying Wall Street right now. We are refusing to leave because there's too much corruption. Who the fuck can protest against that? What are you looking for?
I heard a noise. Late night. It's the witching hour.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, if we get shot on the podcast, just make sure that someone publish it. You know?
It's extra press.
Yeah. You know,
Alex can take over.
Definitely. He can make sure that this one reaches the air and that the other shit. But anyway, I mean,
wouldn't it be great if like we died on this one and that's how it got media like coverage, and then boom, all of the things we were saying tonight got like
that would
attention.
be fucking brilliant.
That would be brilliant. I wouldn't die for that. I don't think. I wouldn't give up my life for that, because I think it would have like a week of Facebook hits and then it would die and we would be forgotten.
Here's the thing with Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah,
everyone there was against fucking corruption, which makes sense. Who wouldn't be against corruption? Everyone was for regulate the fucking bankers. Just fucking regulate them. Which made perfect fucking sense. Which has always made perfect fucking sense. But fucking Reaganomics. Fucking every president after Reagan has been bought and paid for by the fucking Citigroup.
Yeah,
I mean, of the runner-ups in this election, there are two people that don't have the backings of the Citigroup.
Yeah.
It's fucking Trump and it's fucking Sanders.
Yeah.
Make your pick and just fucking run with one of them.
Please, God. Yeah.
I don't care which of them it is. I mean,
obviously Sanders would be a better choice than
yes,
Trump.
of course.
Yeah.
But just make sure that the Citigroup doesn't get any more fucking leverage in the fucking White House, because they've had enough leverage to fucking wreck the world economy. And these fucking cunts in Occupy Wall Street, when they finally get the mainstream media coverage that they fucking deserve, that they've been seeking, when they finally get a chance to spread their message directly home to the living rooms of the American fucking people, of the people around the world. Who do they send forward? They send forward this fucking redhead that calls herself fucking Ketchup. And she comes up and she goes like, we have this progressive stack that if you're oppressed, we have a way to fucking grade this, and the most oppressed person will get to speak first. And if you aren't oppressed according to this progressive stack, you won't get to speak. So the first person that they send forward is a fucking mental midget that is transsexual, transracial, trans-age, fucking everything trans that you can dream of. Just to be able to make her fucking statement. And she just fucking goes off on these completely bullshit-ass fucking things. And she ruins it. She ruins the movement. Every regular person that saw this, they saw, okay, Occupy Wall Street is run by a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Fuck those guys. Let the bankers run them down into the ground. And now we're back at fucking square one. The bankers are working against the same fucking goal again, which is to get as much fucking money out of the system as fucking possible, and no one is there to fucking stop them. Which is why you need an independent fucking president.
Yeah.
If you're even thinking about putting a vote on fucking Hillary Clinton, if you're a fucking Democrat,
I swear to God.
if you do that, you are retarded and you should probably go fucking kill yourself.
Yeah, seriously, Hillary is not the option. Hillary is another
Just fucking look.
She's another puppet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look at the Benghazi scandal. Look at
Yeah.
the fucking saved email scandals. Look at her fucking backers.
And not only that, her vices and her morals have fluctuated so much. It's like she has no idea what she stands for.
Yeah, no.
And Bernie Sanders has stood for what he believes in since the 70s.
Since earlier than that.
Yeah, earlier than that.
He marched with fucking MLK.
Yeah.
And this is also something that pisses me the fuck off. You have a guy that has marched with MLK.
Yeah.
He's been hosed down by the fucking police in
Yeah.
the fucking 50s, in the fucking 60s. He's been beaten up. He's been fucking harassed by everyone. And when he's giving a speech in Seattle, I think it was, you have these fucking cunts from this piece of shit movement that has turned into a living fucking joke. I beg your pardon, everyone who fucking believes in the actual message of the movement, because I believe in that as well.
Yeah.
But the fucking group itself has turned into a bunch of fucking clowns, which is the Black Lives Matter movement right now.
Yeah.
I believe
I knew you
that
were gonna say
every
that,
fucking African American life, everyone that has a dark skin is worth just as fucking much as I am. If you're smarter than me, if you're doing more for the fucking society, you're worth more than me.
Yeah.
If there was, that, we got to get rid of 80% of the people, an African American or an African or anyone of dark skin that is better than me deserves my place.
Yes, agreed.
Because they need to move the human race forward.
Yeah, it's not about us. It's not about us as individuals. It's about us as a whole.
Yeah,
it's
as a race.
Yeah, as the human race. Yeah.
And this is what pisses me the fuck off with the Black Lives Matter movement.
You
have a bunch of privileged fucking whiny douchebags. Just look at fucking Missouri.
Yeah.
You have this fucking guy who went on a hunger strike because he felt so oppressed. He felt so underprivileged. Then as soon as you looked into his fucking family's financial records, his dad is a fucking big shot.
Yeah.
He's worth 20 millions any given day.
Mm-hmm.
He has a fucking yearly disposable incomes of fucking millions.
Yeah.
Fucking million. And this fucking cunt, he's like, oh, I feel oppressed. And I feel that every white person has more privilege than me. Dude, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There are people
If
out
my
there.
father as a child would hear you say that, like, I mean, I swear to God.
Not only fucking that, if anyone out of the fucking civil rights, if Martin Luther King heard you, he would come up and he would fucking bitch slap the shit out of you. You are a fucking disgrace, and you don't deserve to breathe the same air that the great Martin Luther King or the great fucking Malcolm X breathed once.
Yeah.
Just go fuck yourself.
How dare you try to stand what they stand for or stood for?
I mean,
it's
good
and still stand for it.
It's good to dare to stand for it. It's just that you need to have fucking cojones to back it up. You need to have a background to back it up.
You have to. And it has to make sense.
Yeah, and if you're overprivileged, just say that I
was
given a lot of privilege in my life,
and I
believe that everyone of the same walk should have the possibility to get.
Exactly.
That is a good fucking way to do it. Instead, you're painting yourself as a fucking victim.
Yeah, victim. Yeah.
And you're looking like a fucking douchebag, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And as this fucking douchebag, which I know is a neo-progressive slur for white people, it's a new derogatory slur for white people. So every time anyone of a minority calls you a douchebag, just say, that's our word! Only we get to use that word!
Yeah.
It's a fucking neo-progressive. I think it is a third-wave feminist, intersectional feminist convention.
Yeah.
Which is also intersectionalism. Oh, don't get me fucking started.
Oh, man. I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Don't tell me later.
Yeah, I will tell you later. I will send you a bunch of videos.
Dude, please do. Yeah.
It's just fucking ridiculous. And you have all of these fucking cunts. I've seen the videos of the protests taking place at the University of Missouri, where this fucking rich kid claimed that, the principal hit me with his car. I've seen the fucking video. You're walking into the car that he's driving forward in like half a mile per hour because he doesn't want to fucking hurt you.
Yeah.
And then you demanded his resignation. He resigned, and you got a fucking African-American dude as a new president, and he says the exact same shit, and you go off on a new fucking protest.
Yeah.
It's never fucking ending with these fucking neo-progressive
Nothing is enough.
fucktards.
Nothing is enough.
Yeah, if you ever apologize to a neo-progressive social justice warrior, you
They'll
will
just
spend
say-
the
they'll
rest
just
of your life fucking apologizing.
Yeah, you know.
Never
yeah.
apologize to these cunts. Just never fucking do it. If
Yeah.
you apologize to them, you have sold your life.
Yeah.
You will spend the rest of your fucking life
On
apologizing.
your knees. Yeah, yeah.
Because nothing will ever be good enough for them.
yeah.
It's sort of like saying,
Even the most genuine apology, even if you're apologizing, like, I'm sorry that people, like, let's talk about, you know, like, feminism. There was someone who posted on my, or not on my wall, but on Facebook, like, oh, you know, I was catcalled today and it was really, really embarrassing.
well, boo fucking who?
Well, not only that, you know, they started following her, and it was a real thing. It was real.
Yeah, in
you know,
that
it was
case,
a real
fucking
threat.
arm yourself with pepper
Yeah,
spray.
yeah.
or a
Well, she
taser.
did,
Good.
but she got out of the way, you know. And she was just talking about it because, like, she wasn't saying, "Oh, all men are pigs." She wasn't saying that at all. She was just saying, you know, like, this happened to me, and I'm really shaken. Like, it scared the shit out of me. I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Is this
you
the
know.
person I think it is?
No, it's
Okay.
not. It's not. You don't know who this is. But you know, there was a couple people who responded to it, and they were like, fuck, I don't remember enough of this to comment. But basically, there was a radical who responded. Some men commented, and they were like, oh, geez, you know, that sucks. I feel for you. And there was this radical feminist who responded and said, you shouldn't just say, oh, I feel for you. You should apologize.
What a fucking cunt.
And it was like, what did they do? Question mark. Like, they were saying they feel for her, and you're attacking them. And that's your point that you're making. If you ever put your tail between your legs, there are people in this movement that you're talking about that will attack you.
They will
for
attack,
feeling.
and not only that, they will make up shit and they will blame it on you. Just look at the entire fucking shit that's been going on around Gamergate as an example.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just look at that. Look at fucking what Brianna Wu did. She fucking...
I don't know who that is.
Ah, dude. Shit. I cannot speak about this.
Okay,
with
all right,
this
all
little
right,
time
all right.
left.
Just talk
Yeah,
about
but
it.
basically, Brianna Wu, she's this fucking game developer. She
Yeah.
was given money by her parents to start an animation studio. It was a couple of $100,000,
Cool.
and that went into the grave because she didn't. I think it went into the grave. Anyway, I cannot comment on everything because I don't have the shit in front of me.
The source, yeah.
But basically, she and Zoe Quinn, I think, went out and they just created false flag Twitter accounts that they used to send death threats, rape threats, and fucking terror threats to themselves.
Oh, man.
And then they used this to further their own fucking narrative. And you know, this is the thing that a fucking neo-progressive will go through. Will make up fucking false threats against their person, against their integrity,
to push their own beliefs.
to push their agenda, and to
their
fucking
agenda,
use this to fucking whitewash a fucking consumer revolt.
Yeah.
They will use this to fucking whitewash and fucking embarrass and public shame everyone that fucking dares to have a differentiating fucking opinion.
Yeah,
Because they can't accept that anyone thinks differently. They want, basically, a squad of fucking zombies as the world population that is listening to all of this fucking bullshit that they are spouting.
Yeah.
And this is
It's
fucking
so funny because
damaging.
the thing is, I don't even think they would be happy if all the problems would be solved. You know, they would.
But here's the fucking thing.
I feel like they would just sort of like feel out of place.
Yeah, but here's
if all the problems were solved, they wouldn't know what to do.
But you know, most rad femmes of today, most femnazis of today. I love that expression by the femnazis.
Yeah.
But you know, most fucking femnazis of today, they fucking take, you know, a fucking gender studies class
yeah.
or gender studies degrees. And then they start complaining, why isn't there more women in fucking STEM fields? And then they start promoting, you should totally fucking take gender science, girl, because if you take gender science, you will see that we need more women in STEM fields.
Yeah.
So why don't you take a fucking STEM subject then? Why don't you go into fucking theoretical physicism if you have the brain capacity?
Yeah.
Because that is the thing. Fucking physicists, fucking cosmologists, fucking mathematicians. You can't get in there based upon that you belong to some fucking ethnic group.
Yeah.
That you belong to some fucking
that you
transport.
belong to some belief.
You need to
Your
get in
belief
there.
will not carry you.
You only get in there if you have the fucking knowledge to back up you searching for it. You applying for the job. You applying for the position.
And the thing is, more power to them.
Yes.
To do that. And then I would have some respect.
Yeah. But here's the fucking thing.
It's textureless. It's like it's there's no experience. There's no first-hand knowledge.
But you know how it looks on universities around the Western world, especially the US. For every man that gets accepted into a college, there are 2 women getting accepted. For every man that graduates from college or university, there are 4 women that graduates.
Yes.
Now we can look at the economical situation. For every male-only scholarship that exists, there are at least 2 unisexual scholarships that exists. For every unisexual scholarships that exist, there are 2 female-only scholarships that exist. And if you go through the STEM field as a fucking woman, you have a fucking 4 times larger hiring rate as soon as you walk out of those doors with your fucking diploma and degree and everything.
So, what is the issue?
There is no issue.
There is no issue, exactly.
And that is the fucking... Then they will claim that...
They're
but
just
the culture,
not going into it.
Yeah,
they're not going into that study.
And they will also claim, but the culture of fucking STEM field, it says that women can't come in here because we have different brains. Yeah, we have different fucking brains. It's constructed differently because of evolution.
Yes.
There's no way to get away from this. So, what are you gonna fucking do? Are you gonna sit down and fucking complain and whine? And fucking scare women, and fucking get women into going into gender studies, which will earn them no fucking money in the long run.
Yeah.
Most people with a gender studies degree, I would like my latte with a bit of sugar and foamed milk. Because you will wind up at a fucking Starbucks. If you go in to any of the high-paying fucking majors, if you go into any STEM field, any engineering field, you will have a fucking field day. You will out-earn every fucking man on the market
you will.
of the
You
same
will.
age.
Yeah.
If you are a female that is 30 years and younger in the fucking workforce, you are earning more than the men of your age. That is just a fact. And all of these things, the stuff, I don't see any issue with it. I mean, I'm going into a liberal arts field as a fucking actor, as a fucking singer, as a for me, I can use the fucking gender dispersed, what do you call it? The gender unequal share that is in liberal arts.
Right.
I can come in as a man and I can fucking feed a market that is oversaturated by women but in desperate need of new men.
Right.
Which is fucking fantastic for me.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I get my fucking green card or a fucking citizenship, I know that I will be hired because I get fucking offers all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That
You
is
chuck this out the window.
definitely. And that's the fucking thing. You need to find the fucking area of expertise that interests you that doesn't have as many women or as many men, depending on what sex you belong to.
Yeah.
And you need to go into that. Just never go into fucking gender degrees because that will lead you to nothing. Don't go into social sciences either because A,
There's
it's
no
dishonest,
career.
and B, there's no career.
Yeah.
You will at the maximum be flipping burgers.
Yeah.
Unless you are
The thing
extremely
is,
lucky.
what these people are looking for is credibility.
What these
And-
people are looking for is to have a free ride.
Well, sure, and
They
with
don't wanna
that,
work.
You need credibility.
Yeah,
you
but-
need to have some kind of backing that doesn't come from anything except yourself. And what's happening with this whole movement is that these people have no credibility. They have no experience in this field. They have everything that they are suggesting. Oh, you need to go in to do this and do that and do this and do that. They don't do it themselves. And it's sort of this vicious cycle of
just self-perpetuating victimhood.
Yeah, exactly. Self-perpetuating victimization. Yeah, that's exactly.
Milo Yiannopoulos has a very good expression about this. It is quantum state feminism. I just butchered that, but it basically means that feminism exists in a fucking role in society where they are the aggressor and the victim at the same time, and that is the way that modern day feminism works. They are victimizing people while claiming to be the victim of victimization.
Yeah.
It's a fucking catch-22.
It's totally a catch-22.
And
there's no way to
that,
win. You cannot win. You never get into an argument. Because the thing is, they're the victim and they're the aggressor. No, it's so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Fuck.
I never even thought about that. But it's true.
Milo Yiannopoulos. If you haven't checked him out, fucking check him out. He's smart. He's flamboyantly gay.
Perfect.
And the feminists got nothing to fucking shame him on, so he can actually take the debate with them.
Yeah.
And he wins every single one. Because feminists aren't used to being challenged on an intellectual basis. Because they've just been able to say that, you're just a fucking white, privileged cis male.
Well, actually, I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
It's funny. Well, no, and that's the best part, because if I've had people say that to me, and it's like, no, actually, first things first, I'm bipolar. So I'm mentally handicapped in a sense that's not, it's a weird way. I am mentally handicapped, but I don't like to refer to myself like that because I don't want to put myself down.
You don't want to have fucking sympathy.
I don't want to use that. Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking for sympathy, so I never say that.
You want to be
I'll say
judged
I am bipolar, but if anybody asks, I'll say that. But that's not something that I approach people with. I don't go up to them and be like, "Hi, I'm bipolar. Be scared of me." I'm a fucking time bomb. But like, there's that. Not only that, I'm bisexual. Not only that, I'm Jewish. And I have been firsthand. I am also adopted. And fucking, I have been firsthand. I experienced hate crimes because of being Jewish, and I know a lot of people don't think that that's around.
It happens all the time.
It happens all the fucking time.
Time.
When my sister and I were in middle school and elementary school, people threw change at us.
Because you know how it is in Sweden now?
How is
fucking Malmö, the third largest city in Sweden.
Yeah.
You can't wear any sort of Jewish paraphernalia open. If you walk around with a fucking yarmulke in Malmö, you will.
I used to wear yarmulkes. I don't touch them. I don't even fucking touch them anymore.
If you wear this,
I wear them to synagogue, but I don't wear them anywhere else.
But if you wear this openly in Malmö, which is the third largest city in Sweden, you will be spit at. You will have death threats thrown your way. You will have fucking Yehudi, wallah, I'm going to slit your throat.
Yeah.
Because that is this climate that has been created by fucking politicians in Sweden that is following a fucking neo-progressive route.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. When I listen to you speak, I get the impression that you are very much a classic liberal.
Yes.
I
mean, that's just my parents. It's been...
I'm a classic liberal as well, according to the book definition. I want everyone to be able to say exactly what they want to say, as long as I have the right to fucking sit you down and fucking cross-interrogate you on everything. Call out everything.
I mean, it's a debate.
Yeah, and I expect everyone
the right to have a
same.
debate, and have the right to talk about it.
And I expect everyone to be able to do the same of me. That is why I do this fucking retarded shit. I get into fucking arguments online. Fucking Facebook, fucking Twitter.
I really wish you wouldn't, Frederick. I really wish you wouldn't.
Me too, but it's just so many people that don't understand the difference between classic liberalism that is defending the right of people to be offensive, apart from just defending the offensive view. I'm not defending fucking Donald Trump's view. But I am.
You are appreciating his right to have that view.
I'm not appreciating it. I'm defending his right to fucking
defending his right to have that view.
Because that gives me the right to call him out on his bullshit.
Exactly, and that gives him the right to call you out on your bullshit.
Exactly, which is the way it needs
that's the way it should be.
Work.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work like this, you're in a broken system, and
you
need to fucking trash it and rebuild it. And that's the fucking thing with all of the social justice movements, is that they have grown so fucking ethically inept, so fucking morally corrupted, that it is fucking ridiculous. They're going into the exact same shit that they claim to stand against. Fucking feminists.
It's a catch-22. It's the same thing. It's a catch-22.
We're against sexism. We're against fucking racism. But you fucking white piece of shit, cisgender, straight male. You can just fuck off. We don't want to hear
we don't want to hear your opinion.
And it's sort of like, do you realize how fucking racist and sexist that statement was? I give you every moment that you make a fucking
Yeah, I will
decision.
listen to you.
I will listen to it. I will
But
analyze
if you don't
it.
listen to me, you are just as bad as the things you are accusing
Yeah.
everybody else of. You know.
Fucking feminist, fucking so-called
And the thing is,
anti-fascist,
there are
anti-racist. They're
there
just
are
as
good
bad
ones
as the
out
KKK
there. You know,
and the
I want to
fucking Tea Party.
disclaimer this, and it's a little late to disclaimer, but
fuck
disclaimer.
disclaimers.
Well, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The thing is, I know feminists that are not fucking sexist.
Yeah,
Racist, you
of
know,
course.
they're not. I know feminists that are not feminazis. They're egalitarians by definition. You
Yes,
know, but they, you know, it's okay that they call themselves
Yeah,
feminists.
because
That's
they've
their
read
definition.
Simone de Beauvoir.
Well, they know. They know.
They've absorbed it, and they see that, okay, what we need is egalitarianism.
What we need is a unity between
Yeah.
genders, and that, you know, and so we are not calling out those feminists.
Accidentally paused there. I was meaning to do something else. That is this. I need to find this. Gender. What was his name? Cash. I think that was his name. Oh no, it might have been Money. Let me see here. The thing is, fucking gender. Fucking hell. Gender fucking Wikipedia just showed this to me.
Here, monologue at the audience for a sec. I'm gonna use pee.
Yeah, basically, the thing with gender is that this was a construction made by this one guy. I'm gonna see if I can fucking find his name, because this is very fucking important. Just a guy, the first fucking case. It's very important because basically what happened with gender was that this one fucking shrink, he was doing a circumcision. He was a doctor, he was just a physician, and he had some fucking power and in psychology as well. I will see if I can find a link to it. But basically what fucking happened was that he butchered when there was twin boys born. Okay, that fucking clip is
And
out.
hella clip. I'm so sorry. That was
It's
the door
okay.
closing.
Yeah.
I apologize.
But basically, there was twins born, I think. Both of them was born as the biological sex, male.
Oh yes, I know this story. I know this one.
And he butchered the circumcision. And he had to fucking amputate the dick of this poor boy so he could survive.
Yeah.
But in this, he was like, I'll just make some plastic surgery, corrective surgeries, just make it look like a fucking pussy, and then we will put him up for adoption and have
As
them
a
raise
female.
him
Yeah.
as a female.
Yeah.
Which they did, which lasted until he was about 9 years old, when he started questioning everything, because he didn't feel like a female.
Yeah.
And when he hit puberty, he didn't get any hormonal replacements, so his voice broke.
Yeah.
And he just got fucking depressed because he realized that his entire life was based on a lie. He died of suicide because he was forced into this fucking gender cultism
Yeah.
that exists. Gender is not a social construct. The concept of gender, on the other hand, is a social construct because it doesn't fucking exist.
Yep.
Because it is all based on a lie. It is based on a lie of a failed fucking physician that tried to fucking pull off his missteps in fucking genitally mutilating a small boy.
If you had to source one thing in this podcast, it would be this, and I implore you.
Yes,
source
I will
this, 'cause,
definitely
you know, a
source
lot of
this
people.
shit.
Yeah, because this is something
Yeah.
that I have
But
read
he
about,
committed
and it is
suicide.
it is a true story.
Yeah,
and
I
sort
just-
of gender norms, quote unquote, did not really exist.
Yeah,
did not
I
exist,
mean-
and did not need to until this event.
No,
this specific event.
That's the sick fucking thing.
Yeah.
There are people dying of their own fucking hands.
Yeah.
Because they're being told that, yeah, you know, you belong
You have
to
to
this
identify.
gender.
You have to
and
identify.
you don't need to identify as that. You can identify as whatever you
But
want.
you have to identify.
Yeah, you have
to do this. You have to pick, and it's like
I
what?
refuse to identify. I am Frederick. I am born male.
Yes.
That's a fucking biological sex.
Yeah.
Everything apart from that is based on my individualism. If you think that I sound gay, which
Did
I
you
know
finish
that
your beer,
some
friend?
people do. What?
Did you finish your beer?
I'm very close. No, I finished
Oh, you
it.
finished it. Let me
Yeah.
crack you another one.
Yeah, crack me another one. That would be nice.
Ah.
No, but the thing is, you're forced into this fucking cult.
Yeah.
And you're forced to fucking identify. And the more you can identify with what is considered to be, you know, the more oppressed, the more fucking social brownie points you'll get.
Mm-hmm.
And the better it will feel during the short run. But if you do this, just remember, it's not irreversible. You don't need to stick to it. You might feel fucking depressed thanks to it. And if you do, don't be afraid to fucking drop it. Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't be afraid to fucking drop it. Because the thing is, our genes demand certain things out of us so that we will be able to feel good about who we are and what we do.
Yeah.
If you were a man, you need to do some healthy man shit every once in a while. Otherwise, you will go into a fucking depression that might end up with you just fucking losing your shit one day, ordering some weapons online, and then you go on a fucking rampage.
Yeah.
And you know, fucking feminists will claim, oh, it's toxic masculinity that's behind all of this. But that's also fucking bullshit. Look at the way the school system is fucking crafted.
Yeah.
It is not crafted to fit a fucking male norm. It is crafted to fit the female norm of sitting still, of having cyclical fucking learning.
Yeah.
I'm completely butchering this because I'm a bit tipsy.
No, it's fine.
But
Yeah, you're making a lot more
yeah.
sense than you think you are.
But
I promise.
if it was constructed according to the male fucking sex, it would not be about fucking learning about topics. It would be problem solving, and problem solving only, and then you would have loads of breaks where you could go out and play fucking soccer, fucking football, fucking
Yeah,
rugby, fucking
yeah.
basketball, do anything that involves physical contact, that involves you getting your fucking adrenaline rushing, that will fucking wear you down physically. That is some male shit. Wear yourself down. Go on a fucking hike with a burrito.
And
That
the thing is about women, that women don't really realize, is that women are aggressive too.
Of course
Women
they
should
are.
play sport. It's all about, you know, like exercising your body and mind. You know, because the thing is, you know, if you think about lionesses and lions,
Oh.
and male lions, I mean, that is a perfect example.
Not only look at the fucking spiders. There's
Oh,
certain
sure,
fucking
spiders. Yeah,
They
yeah.
attract the male fucking mate. They
Yes.
let him fuck her, and then as soon as he's done, as soon as he's impregnated her and her eggs, she will fucking strike at him, kill him, and then fucking eat him.
Yeah.
That is
yeah.
nature.
And
for
if you think about lion prides, who does the hunting?
mm-hmm.
The ladies, man.
ladies.
Those girls are on it. They know what they're doing. They like
Which is exactly
yeah.
why I think that you need to believe that females are sort of mentally retarded to be a fucking third wave feminist.
Yeah.
Because you need to believe that they are mentally handicapped to be able to say in all seriousness and all fucking sincereness that yeah, women are systematically oppressed. Because if you look at reality, that's not the case.
Yeah.
If you look at the ADD fucking epidemics in this country,
Oh yeah, that's something else.
look at
man.
that. That's
That's another podcast we got to talk about.
That has nothing to do with men fucking being attention deficit disordered.
Yeah.
It has all to do with them being in the wrong fucking environment
Yeah.
for their fucking nature.
Yeah.
So of course you will get boys that are a bit fucking disturbing in the back of the fucking classroom because they don't get to go out and do physical shit that boys need to do.
Yeah.
Instead they are upheld to a female standard, which will make them fucking restless, which
Yeah.
will make them an annoyance for the teachers
And
that are
vice
teaching.
versa. You know, that's why they're
So that is why they are put on fucking Adderall, fucking
Yeah,
Ritalin,
yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
of this
yeah.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
And they are just drugged and doped up for fucking nothing.
Yeah.
That is the thing. They're doped up for fucking
And the
nothing.
thing is, talking about this is a big issue for me as a person, you know, because I was heavily medicated as a kid. You know, I was, you know, given all these crazy fucking medications, and a lot of people don't realize pharmaceuticals are still drugs.
It is drugs.
You get
Not only
addicted.
that.
There are side effects, and there are long-lasting effects of it.
Yeah.
You know, I never had anxiety until I was given fucking crazy ass bipolar, like Lamictal. I was on Geodone. I was on all these drugs, and I didn't even know what anxiety was until my psychiatrist said, "Do you have anxiety?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, I get anxious sometimes. And he's like, no, do you have anxiety? And it's like, yes. If I get anxious, does that mean I have anxiety? And it's like, oh, you have anxiety. Oh, okay, let me put you on all these fucking drugs.
Yeah, and
so now I have crippling anxiety, which I never had before. And it's, I've taken like more... Like, I've taken more pharmaceuticals, pretty much against my will, because I was under my parents', medical plan, than I have taken recreational drugs, and that's saying something.
That is saying a lot. But I mean, that's the fucking thing. If you look at the entire psychopharmaca division, which is creating these mood-altering fucking drugs that you are forced to take if you are the tiniest bit depressed, if you are the tiniest bit fucking anxious, they will put you on medicine that is basically, it does something to your brain, but we don't really know why.
Yeah.
We don't really know why it does it, but for some fucking reason, this seemed to help stabilizing people's mood.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we'll fucking give it to them.
Yeah.
And then you look at the fucking natural option, which is cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
Cannabis has very few side effects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course it doesn't fit everyone.
Sure.
But a majority of the people put on fucking antidepressant, fucking anxiety medication.
Yeah, get addicted to them, or they get fucked up.
Yeah, and fucking Ritalin.
Well, I mean, there are some successful cases, but I mean,
but they are so few.
Yeah,
for
there's few and far
fucking
between.
1,000 cases, you can count the successful cases on 1,000 people on your fucking body parts.
Yeah, really.
On your external body parts.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking, finger by finger.
We're
talking arm by
arms
arm
and legs and one head.
And the fucking torso.
Yeah, and the torso. Yeah.
And I mean, just imagine, just give them some fucking weed.
Yeah.
Let them smoke some weed. It will make them giggly.
Yeah.
It will stabilize their fucking mood. They will eat shit, which most of people probably need. They need to fucking eat something.
Yeah.
That is why it's fucking successful in combination with chemotherapy.
Yeah.
With radiation therapy.
Yeah.
Because if you smoke some weed during the time, you still have an appetite.
Yeah.
Because people aren't dying of chemo because of the chemo. They are dying because their body just doesn't have the energy to deal with all of it.
Yeah.
They have cancer. And then they have fucking chemo, which is fucking cell toxins that kills cells in the hope that you will kill the part of your cells that is infected. Then you have this fucking pilot study that shows that, THC, it will attack the fucking cancerous cell, not only shut down the mitosis of it, but it will actually...
And this is early stages we're talking about, early stages.
This is not only early
this
stages.
isn't stage 4. We're talking about stage 1, 2, and 3.
Not only that.
Yeah.
I mean, it fucking hinders cancerous growth, even in the fucking terminal
even in the latest
cases.
stage. Yeah,
and that is a sick thing. You have fucking cannabis, which is fucking federally illegal. And most countries around the world, if you smoke pot in fucking Sweden, you get 3 to 6 fucking mandatory.
Yeah.
If you rape someone in Sweden, you get 2 to 5.
Yeah.
2 to fucking 5 for raping someone.
3 to 6
for
smoking
an ounce
pot.
of weed.
Yeah.
An ounce of weed will get you 3 to fucking 6
That's
years.
insane. It's
You will be
insane.
out in 2 years on good behavior. If you rape someone, you will be out in 6 months on good behavior.
Yeah.
So, Sweden is only behind Lesotho when it comes to fucking rape statistics in the world. When you think about rape, you usually think about it, say, fucking Saudi Arabia, fucking Iran, India, especially with the gang rapes that has been going on there.
Yeah.
You think that, India is probably top. No, number 1, Lesotho. Number 2,
Sweden.
fucking Sweden.
Yeah.
Fucking Sweden. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
I am so fucking... I am livid. I am pissed the fuck off.
Yeah,
because
it's
this is
unreal.
what
This is
neoprogressivism
fucking unreal.
does to you.
Yeah.
This is what... Here's the deal with Sweden. Swedes are fucking terrified of being called racist, of being called fascist, of being called a Nazi. If you ever want to win an argument against a Swede on fucking completely bullshit grounds, just say that, you disagreeing with me, you're a fucking racist. And that you disagree with my plan like this, you're a fucking neo-fascist.
Yeah.
And you disagreeing with me on this, you're a fucking
Nazi.
neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
If you just bring that up and you make it a fucking enough social justice warrior case of it, they will fucking bow down.
Yeah.
They will fucking say that, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Because that's the Swede for you. Except people like me and a few others.
Well, that's why you're here.
That's
you
why
fucking dipped out here quick.
There are loads of fucking Swedes on this campus. There are loads of fucking Swedes in this area.
Yeah, there's tons of Swedes in this
Yeah.
area. Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to have part with them. I don't want to hang out with them. I don't want to spend time with them. Because I didn't come to America to fucking hang out with Swedes. I came to America to, in the long run, become an American.
Yeah, yeah.
I realized that. America is a fantastic country for me to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, loads of people would probably disagree, but fuck
well,
you.
there obviously everyone's gonna have problems everywhere, every country, every
course.
continent.
I've
is gonna
had a
have,
few issues here as well.
Yeah, well, sure.
I mean, it comes with being alive.
Yeah.
But
no government is perfect. It could be, but it's not.
yeah.
Anyway, on that note, it is. We've passed the 2-hour mark by almost 10 minutes.
Definitely, and I think I got in some nice political.
No,
rants there as
totally.
well.
Yeah, man, that was. I apologize for not adding a lot, but you're definitely a little bit. No, you're much more educated on this than I am, and I love coming onto this show and hearing you talk about this stuff, because
Going
it's
off
very
on shit.
well, it's very interesting to me, and I hope it's interesting to the viewers too. If I can sit here and listen to your fucking shit for this long, other people must have must have that tolerance.
so.
And no, it's true, because it's
but
you make a fucking million valid points.
I just want to tie up one thing. The
Sure,
reason why
sure.
I asked you about being a classical liberal
Yeah.
is because in this day and age, being a classical liberal falls more in with the conservative crowd. And that is fucking scary. That the leftist wing has gone from liberals to fucking neo-progressivists. Because I'm a liberal.
Yeah.
I think that the less government there is, the better. Of course you need government to take care of certain things. I think that if this country legalized, regulated and taxed weed,
Yeah.
the entire country could have a socialized healthcare, socialized universities, and there would be a lot less people in jail. That is fact.
Yeah, I agree.
But this falls. If the Republicans were to say that and bring up certain other points that are very liberal, because they are looking more and more like a fucking valid choice for the classic liberal, with the way that the liberals in the Western world in general are fucking heading. Because I'm not an authoritarian. Most people of the liberal wing that I read about on Facebook, they have this authoritarian strain. There are certain people that I expected otherwise from that are completely liberal.
Yeah.
I am friends with this very nice gay couple on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know them as well.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Both of them, they should be neo-progressive, judging on the social climate. But one of the guys, he fucking shares the most insightful things on refugee policies, on gay marriage policies, on everything. Sure, he stands completely for the same shit that I stand for, but sometimes he brings up a point where I go, holy fucking hell, I was authoritarian on this point. But the way he explains it, take this Trump thing that's going on.
Which Trump thing that's going on? The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole
entire thing. Okay.
People are like, yeah, if you are considering voting for Trump, just remove me from Facebook and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel that way, go fucking ahead. But for one of these homosexual guys that I have on my Facebook, I think that is a very important point to make here. He's shared this thing, and he was like, yeah, when you see people sharing information about Trump, don't see it as a fucking attack on your personality, on your views. See it as a chance to engage with people in a discussion where you go over the points that he bring up and explain to them, this is what
this is how I feel.
Yeah, this is how
and
I
I'm
feel.
not discrediting your belief or your trust in this person. I just would like to talk to you about it because it's interesting. One of my close friends is actually a Trump supporter, and she makes a lot of really fucking good points.
I know who the person you're talking about
and it's
is.
like, it's actually, she shut me down several times, and I was like,
and that's the fucking
it's
thing.
like, and there's a couple things that he's like the way she describes his, and obviously I'm not going to vote for Trump, and not in a million years, but but the she had sources, and she was like, this is what's actually happening, and this is some of the shit that he knows about that nobody else is talking about, and this is something that I care about the most, and he's the only one talking about it.
And you know why?
Why?
Because he's funding his entire electoral process himself. He can speak about whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
Because he don't need to play nice to fucking financial backers.
So, you know,
sure, he's deluded in his own way. But the point is, just fucking have a discussion. Speak to people. Find out.
To people. Yeah.
Find out that this is why they are considering voting for Trump. Because if you can find that out and you can bring it up to, say, Bernie Sanders, like, dude, you need to fucking address this.
Yeah.
Or even Hillary if you are so fucking evilly inclined, you know.
Yeah. God
Anyone,
forbid.
just fucking bring it up and speak with them. Show them respect and decency. Listen to what they have to say. If you have the fucking sources to call out any fucking bullshit that they are talking about, just say that, okay, what you are saying right now is, in my experience, bullshit because of this, and they can present it. And
not necessarily in that way.
No, this is the way I would do it, because I would get away with it.
Yeah, sure.
But if you can just present, this is why this thing that you are talking about, that he's talking about, isn't making any sense with reality. Fucking show it to them, but do it respectfully. Don't get this fucking feeling like, I'm gonna fucking push you down with some fucking facts
and
now.
If you don't fucking side with me, I'm unfriending you on Facebook. I'll never speak to you again. Like, no, who does? Like, don't do
people
that.
will never
Don't
get the
do
chance
that.
to fucking learn then. And people will never get a chance to get their fucking
not even
opinions.
learn. Just people won't have the chance to talk about it.
Yeah, or fucking think for themselves.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing. You need to be constantly critical of every fucking power in society.
Even the ones that you support.
Yeah. Because if you're not constantly fucking critical, constantly fucking fact-checking, whatever the fuck you're reading about, you're just working for the machine. You're working for the 1%.
It's true.
You're going to be a bit upset about this thing that he said. Then McDonald's is going to release the new fucking McRib.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, I'm really pissed off about that. Ooh, new McRibs. I need to try that out. And all of a sudden you've fucking forgotten about it, and you're back in the fucking position.
Basically, moral of the story, you need to take yourself seriously, and you need to take other people seriously,
or else you need to not
otherwise
take yourself
you're just
seriously.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Don't
you have
take
to take
yourself
other
seriously.
And you have to be able to put your views at stake for the sake of a debate.
Yeah, for the sake of fucking progress in the actual fucking meaning. Of progressing your own views and progressing the person you're talking with's views.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that loads of shit that I say are pretty fucking retarded. I know this. Some of the shit you say are pretty fucking retarded. But no one is fucking perfect. And I mean, if you feel like any of the shit that I've said has been retarded, just write, oi, this shit is retarded, and then include a link and say, because of this. And I will seriously read it, and I will seriously do some research about it. And if you're right, I will fucking concede that point.
Yeah.
But don't you ever try to use the, I'm offended on me. Because I will just fucking tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yep. And on that note, the Hedonist Podcast is sponsored in part by Go Fuck Yourself if you have an issue with anything we say.
And also MacShift.
Oh, yes, MacShift.
Yes, MacShift.
That fucking guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that fucking guy. His fucking music, man, is pissing the fuck out.
Yeah, it's garbage. Garbage.
Yeah, fucking garbage.
Anyway.
I'll put some of his music in the beginning and in the fucking break.
And the break.
And in the end.
This has been a fucking great... I loved this episode. I thought this one was the shit. I'm happy about this.
Same here. And until next time.
We love you all.
Except the people that get offended.
Then fuck them.
Fuck them.
The ones who don't, the ones who love us, we love you. You are our little
and even if you just fucking hate us and want to fucking troll us, we still love you.
Yeah, the trolls. Bring them on. Bring the trolls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, and if anyone on 4chan is hearing this, feel free to fucking troll us. I would love to be trolled by you guys. I would consider it an honor.
Hey, we're never going to get trolled now. They wouldn't do it if we ask.
Oh.
All right. Well,
by the way, never troll us, 4chan.
Never troll us, ever. We hate it. We hate trolls.
Yeah, we will fucking cry and everything.
We'll cry on camera for you if you troll us.
Yes, so don't troll us.
Yeah.
Anyway, till next time, fuckers. How about you go fuck yourself? Bye.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/The Hedonist Podcast. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, which is twitter.com/The Hedonist Pod. See you next time.